from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
I gotta tell you, I didn't know what to do with myself this weekend. I really didn't. I had nothing. You want me to watch the Mets? Please.
You weren't checking out Iran?
Get out of here with that crap. Iran on the pitch or in the news? Which, soccer? I was not getting into Iran soccer. No. Or the news? No. Wasn't into that either.
No, I'm talking about soccer. And then it's like all the little countries.
Cape Verde.
You can hear me, but I can't. Yeah, everybody knew about Cape Verde. Everybody know about Cape Verdeans.
I can hear you. You can't hear me?
I can't hear myself.
Hang on. How about that?
There we go. Oh.
You hear that now?
Yeah, that's way too loud.
All right, well, maybe turn that down. It's Bart and Carlin. What's up?
What up? What up?
On ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. I mean,
these countries are taking over, though. These World Cups, the Brazilians took over American Dream a couple of days ago.
What's going on? Of course, these people coming into the city, it's nuts.
They took over Philly.
Yeah.
Like, they played on Friday in Philly. They took over that, man.
And they didn't. Mets and Phillies did not play on Friday because of that, right, at Lincoln Financial.
Bro, it was crazy work, man. It's been exciting.
Have you seen, like, the videos of the people who were coming to the United States and, like, discovering things?
Yeah, like Target and Costco's.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, my God, I've never had a soda so big. Yeah, that's why we so damn fat as Americans. That dude's like, it's bigger than my head. I guess he never said a supersized venti. There's no such thing as venti anywhere else but here.
Yeah, do you know what Buc-ee's is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know what it is,
They discovered Buc-ee's?
Yeah, I've never been to a Buc-ee's myself, but they discovered it, like, now that they've come to the country, and there's like, they got 120 gas pumps here.
Yo, when they went to Costco.
They got every kind of jerky you could ever want.
Yo, they went to Costco's. It was crazy work.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Listen, Costco still blows me away every once in a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think somebody went to Texas. He was like, all that's for me?
Exactly.
They gave him a steak. Look like they gave.
Another one went to a Mexican restaurant. They put chips and salsa on. They're like, what's this? It comes with the table. We're not paying for this. No, you're not. It's part of the deal.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
But other cultures don't tip. So
yeah, exactly.
They're going to be mad. Hey, hold on. What do you mean tip? You're just doing your job. What am I tipping you for?
Yeah, what do you mean answer the question on this machine?
Yeah. I gave you service. Yeah, but don't you get paid to give me service? Yeah, but I did a really good job.
Well, they also,
shouldn't you want to do a good job to keep your job?
Over there, they're getting paid more than the $2 an hour that waiters and waitresses are getting here. And I wish I was exaggerating, but that's like what it is.
Right, they try to put this on us, man.
Anyway, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. We would spend a ton of time into the offseason if there was a ton of time to not get into immediately. That doesn't mean what I just said made absolutely no sense. Like, what I'm saying is the offseason is already happening, and it's happening right now.
Thank you, Knicks.
Yeah, and thank you, Shams, because Shams this morning on Get Up had the following to say. Tom, where is the Shams sound from this morning? Do we have that to play?
Oh, I have to load it into the system.
Oh, we have to load it in? Of course we do, because why would we have that ready?
Look at it. Hold on. Look right there. Norway, right? They doing a roll in Times Square. That was a big thing, too. They did the roll.
Yep.
I see one black guy.
It's Norway. What do you expect?
Right. Who adopted this black?
Because they're playing here, I guess.
No.
That's why they're in town.
What I'm saying is who adopted the Norwegian black guy? You know what I'm saying? With the Norwegian passport. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did he get to Norway and become a Norwegian citizen?
Well, he did. Maybe they're the melting pot.
Oh, it's today, or is it tomorrow where they tell us that, like, Gridlock and stuff like that with the World Cup?
I don't think there's is it today, Ray? Today's a Gridlock alert day. Are they playing tonight? What do we got?
Tonight.
They're playing tonight. So here's the clue.
Everything's 8:30.
Get the hell out of here at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, but 8:30 is when it's going to happen.
Right. So, but the all evening is when the Gridlock alert's going to happen.
What about everybody taking, like, Tom and guys taking, like, public transportation? How does that work?
I don't know. That sounds like a Tom problem.
Yeah.
No, I think he'll be fine. Getting out of here should not be an issue.
Because they won't let you take the transit, right? You have to be going to the game to be able to take the
I don't know
transit.
how that is all working. I know.
Well, Tom, aren't you using it, Tom?
They're charging you $100 a pop.
I don't use the train. I use the bus. So my service isn't going to be directly impacted.
Oh, you've always taken a bus?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was a subway guy. I'd never met anybody that actually takes the bus.
The subway isn't the thing that's going to be impacted. It's the NJ Transit trains that go from Penn Station to New Jersey. Those are the things that are going to be impacted.
Those are the ones that they're charging like $105
now,
or whatever it is.
Isn't it something that comes from Long Island to New York?
Yeah, Long Island Railroad.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's from both sides then?
But I don't know how that's impacted. That $100 thing is not them. What they're charging is to go from
Jersey,
Penn Station to Secaucus. And Secaucus over to, like, there's a small train that goes right over to MetLife Stadium. And that's where that big controversy was. It was going to be $150 round trip for basically what is a 12-minute ride. And then they cut it down to, I think, $98, which is awfully sporty of them, where it normally costs like $11.
I know people come from other countries. Like, bro, my daily expenses. I know people that live abroad, expats, their monthly expenses is $600, $1,100. Like, that's included going out and eating every day.
Yeah.
Like, their go-out meal, $40 or $25 US, and that's lobster.
Yeah. Listen.
We getting hoes in America, man.
All right. Well, we need to move somewhere else then.
I'm trying. Soon as ESPN get a long enough signal.
Here is Shams with his news this morning, the current situation on Giannis in detail.
Greeny, sources tell me a trade and a resolution is coming for the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo before the NBA draft on Tuesday night. The Bucks are in serious conversations with two finalists, the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. Both teams are Giannis's preferred trade destinations, but both of these packages are different deals. The variance of these deals is dramatic. With Boston, it's Jaylen Brown-led package. It's around a veteran player, obviously a superstar caliber player. In Miami, it's a group of cost-controlled players, rookie-scale contracts, significant draft capital in that deal. And so I do want to make this clear, though. Whichever deal occurs, whether it's today or tomorrow, it is going to be a one-to-one deal. It's going to consist of Milwaukee and likely one of these two teams, and that's how it's going to be. There's no third team, fourth team in any construct right now. Now, the sides could leave this open. Remember, when Kevin Durant was traded a year ago in June, it ended up just being, it ended with those two teams, but it turned into 7 total teams by the end of the offseason. And so that could certainly happen here. But these have been intense negotiations. We know the Giannis situation is gone on for about 13 months now. The Bucks engaged in conversation at the deadline. They've been open for business since the draft combine in May. They've narrowed in on these two teams right now. Giannis, my understanding right now, he is ready to be traded, either Boston, either Miami, and we'll see what happens over the next 24 hours.
Okay, so with all of that as your backdrop, we now turn to what this now means in relation to the Knicks, because we are going to be talking about repeating. And the more talk that is ramped up about it the last couple of days, the more you really realize what the moves are that are coming this offseason, whether it's Mitchell Robinson, Landry Shamet, and beyond that. The Knicks are still in really good position in the Eastern Conference. There's one thing I don't think we really can ignore that we did not talk about during the postseason, and frankly, we didn't talk about it just in fear of jinxing ourselves. The Knicks were fortunate that the health bug did not bite them. Outside of OG with those couple of games, they were able to stay healthy, and that's obviously a big part of it as well. But Bart, if it's me, and we're talking about Giannis at this point, Giannis, I want him to go to Miami. I don't want him anywhere near the Celtics. I would rather have Jaylen Brown if I were the Celtics than I would Giannis, because I trust his ability to stay healthier longer. But it seems like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum may not be getting along, and that may be just something that has to happen. But I personally would much rather see Giannis go to Miami and play with Bam Adebayo, because I don't think Miami will win Shaq.
It's always seemed like Boston has made it clear that it's Tatum's team, and Tatum is Batman and Brown is Robin. And I'm sure he's tired of that. And I'm sure Jalen Brunson has a lot to do with his feelings as well. Like Jalen Brunson was a guy that they thought wasn't worthy of giving a $50 million contract. He went to New York, got his own squad, and it took 3-4 years for him to build his own champion. I wonder what Brown would do. I mean, to me, the way he plays doesn't seem like he's such a ball hawk. And maybe like it's different layers. I think he showed that there was levels to this. But if you like to your point, I don't fear Giannis and Bam Adebayo. They're in the way. Bam is basically like he's an 8-foot shooter. He can shoot the three a little bit, but him and Giannis occupies the same space.
And Giannis doesn't shoot the three. Giannis shoots 28% career from three. You want to let him go there? Please be my guest. It fits so much better for them in Boston. And if the packages supposedly look like, and again they could expand as he said, but the packages supposedly look like Jaylen Brown centered with Boston, and then with Miami, it's Tyler Hero, it's Jaquez, and it's like 3 first-round picks, including the 13th pick tomorrow night.
And that's crazy, right? Because they can get so much more if they included a third or fourth team. That's why I don't understand why they're making it so simple. When he said it's going to be a 1-to-1, that surprised me.
Now, he did say, remember, that it could expand later where they could open it back up to get something else as the Durant deal did last summer. But still, if it's not one straight to one, it's just 2 teams, the way that's going to play.
Yeah. I mean, if Giannis goes to the Celtics, then you have to continue to say, I know that they're already ranked higher as far as their chances to go to the championship next year than the Knicks. I think that gap becomes a lot bigger, and it puts more pressure. The reality of it is in recent history, we have not seen a repeat winner. We outside of the last 8 years, it's looking like the only team that has gone back to the finals is 2 teams that has gone back to the finals.
Right. Inside the last 8 years.
It's Golden State
and Boston.
They won one, lost one, and Miami, which lost both.
Well, we're talking about at that point we're including the
bubble.
The bubble.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not only does teams not win, they don't go back, right? So the odds are the Knicks, it's not going to work. And when you think about all the teams that has won, maybe outside of OKC, it's the only team that pretty much stayed consistently the same, right? Because they kept Hartenstein, they kept everybody pretty much. They made a couple trades. So when you think about Alvarado, when you think about Shamet, when you think about Mitch, odds are everybody's going to cash in. Like somebody's going to overpay Mitchell Robinson, like they did Hartenstein. Alvarado, like somebody's going to overpay him because now you have champion on your resume. You got championship DNA. So when you go to another team, they're saying, he's won a championship. He knows how to win. So I don't see how the Knicks, especially with not going into the second apron, can properly defend their title. Unless they go bring back some old people. It's weird. Like these role players, they kind of just reshuffle each other.
All right, let's spend a minute on the East, though. Okay? Granted, we are just starting, and this is going to look a lot different in a few weeks, right? And this is where I want to be clear. You could talk about Detroit all you want. Because it's been a rough few weeks for you. I know.
That's all good.
But on front, it's absolutely worth discussing. First of all, I'm a little bit more surprised that they wouldn't be more involved in the Giannis thing.
Well, they don't want Giannis because they have their young core. They don't want to. They already.
Would you rather have Giannis with Duren as a restricted free agent? Would you rather do Duren as a restricted free agent, sign and trade situation?
I think they like Duren. They want to try and get him to take less money. But I really thought that the Pistons were involved in the Tyler Hero. That's why I thought the third team package with Tyler Hero coming. So then either Miami or the Bucks can get Isaiah Stewart because Isaiah Stewart didn't get as many minutes, but his numbers project to something crazy. He's a defensive.
Go ahead. Sorry.
He's a defensive stopper. He shoots like 30-some% from three. People don't realize that. He's a good three-point shooter. He's a great free throw shooter as well. So Isaiah Stewart is a guy that people want like in sign and trade. So that's why I thought it would be more of a three-team trade. Oddly enough, why would it be three-team trades within the Eastern Conference? Why are you helping your enemy? Unless you're saying, well, hey, to help them is helping us as well. It's one of those things. But the Knicks, of course, is going to – and people are really bold on the Indiana Pacers too.
Yeah, just because of the Halliburton injury all year, and they still think they're going to be better.
And they got a higher pick. They didn't get the pick that they wanted, but they have a higher pick.
Yep.
But if I'm the Knicks, do you do what OKC did? Because OKC pretty much ran it back, and with an injured star the whole year, it got them right back almost to the finals.
If I'm the Knicks, you're asking if I should run it back?
Yeah, I mean,
why wouldn't I? Because what's the point to not do that?
I guess they don't want to get stuck in the second apron.
Right, but does that mean? Does run it back mean all the way down to Mitch and all the way down to Shamet?
Well, it run it back means 2 out of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Either I retain Mitch, either I retain Shamet, which I don't think, like Shamet, you can always replace Shamet with a guy like Tim Hardaway Jr. Or some people will say, well, you can replace Alvarado with Schroeder. You know what I mean? It's always these couple players that bounce around.
Yep.
That seems like they're on a different team every year. But they seem like whatever team they're in, they play well. But you ask yourself, why can't they just stay?
For me, I think Giannis, or rather with Alvarado, I know he's popular because he's from here. I understand that.
Yeah.
That should not be any kind of a final decision maker in keeping him versus trying to find somebody who's replaceable.
Well, for Alvarado, for guys like Shamet, they need to understand, like, what they did, they don't ever have to pay for a meal or pay for anything here pretty much ever again.
Right.
So how much does that weigh in? Because if you sign a long-term contract here and you're here for 4 years as the former champion, whether you're playing well or not, how much money can you get just in endorsements? Just simply around here.
Yeah.
Because if you're not here, you can't get these endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm talking about local endorsements that are 6 figures.
Well, for instance, it's a big week with this because Alvarado, his deal is $4.5 million to opt in.
Yeah.
So if you're Alvarado, do you think you can get more somewhere else, or would you rather take the $4.5 million to opt in here?
What I'm saying is $4.5 million here worth more than $6 million somewhere else?
No, I understand, but can he get more than a 1-year deal somewhere else? Can he get $12 million somewhere else? Then there's not much to talk about.
Yeah. Then I have to think about that.
Yeah.
But if it's $6 million, I'd rather get a longer deal. But how many years on the deal are they going to put here?
Well, right now it's about opting in.
Right.
So that's only 4.5. That's
only for 1 year though, right?
Right.
I need a bigger commitment. So I opt in, I'm right back in the same place next year.
Yeah. Well, can I make that money back this coming year? I don't know the answer to that. But
but even if you're going somewhere else and they're giving you a 5-year deal for $50 million.
I don't think they have to run it back as presently constituted with down to the point of Shamet, Mitch, and Alvarado. These are replaceable pieces. And it's nothing against them.
But I don't know if Mitch is. He's unique.
He is unique, but
he's probably one of the most unique big men. Yeah.
Did Mitch really make that big of a difference during the postseason?
Ask that rebound. His offensive rebounding is elite. He may be the greatest offensive rebounder.
Do you think they win the title without Mitch?
Wallace. I don't think they make it and have the record that they needed without Mitchell Robinson.
See, I think they might have won the title without Mitch.
They might have been a 5th seed without Mitch.
I need to be able to find the next guy because Mitch, I think, is going to get paid a decent number somewhere else. And if I'm not going to the second apron, or even if I am, I'm not going to go to that level for Mitch at this point. And again, what's the other thing with Mitch?
If not
Can't
Mitch,
stay on the court.
But if not Mitch, then who?
Well, that's what I have to figure out. I have to have the other options in place when you start to talk about that.
Because how much did Mitch make this year? I mean, you thinking about Isaiah Stewart. Like, other bigs that are out there that people would like, Is you going to go DeAndre Ayton? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Like, it is a huge drop-off. You going to go old-ass Brook Lopez?
No.
So, like, where are you going to get your secondary big man? You know who I was thinking about? I haven't heard anything about him. Remember a couple years ago, the Lakers backed out of that deal, and they probably wish they didn't.
The kid Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the hell is he at? He was available.
Hang on a second here. I'm going to pull up Mitch's deal. Mitch this year, they're looking at 26, 27.
20 million?
25, 26 season. Mitch made 12.9 this year. He's going to make 20 somewhere.
That's a discount.
So the Knicks have, Ray, am I correct on this? It was $4.5 million that they had, or $3.5 million that they had before the first apron, and then 16 till the second apron right now?
That's the projections. I think providing that Alvarado does take his 4.5.
Okay.
No way in hell I'm taking 4 point nothing.
If you're Alvarado?
Bro, 4.5 is low if you're an NFL player. $4.5 million, bro.
Yeah. Listen, that you can make that work if you're Alvarado, and you think you can make that make some of it more back.
But it's only a 1 year commitment, though. Too.
Again, it all depends on what that market looks like for Alvarado. Is he going to get a multi-year deal somewhere else?
Okay, so
then there's nothing to talk about.
So I guess we have to ask ourselves what is Alvarado's comps? And I would say Dennis Schroeder is directly his comp, a guy that comes in, energy, smart, can handle the ball, took a lot. I mean, if I'm Brunson, I'm like, hey, get it done. Mm-hmm. Like he relieved a lot of.
Can McBride play more of an Alvarado role?
Don't have that. He has defense and he can shoot the three, but Alvarado is.
What about as a ball handler?
Alvarado's an energy guy.
Yeah. What about as a ball handler?
I don't know.
Because I think Alvarado's probably his best. The way that he
is his facilitate his. But look, who's more of a plus multiplier? Because Cat plays amazing with Alvarado.
Yeah.
Deuce is kind of like a spot up guy.
Listen, Deuce has got to stop shooting everything he sees because it's going up.
We're going to start calling him Deuce Starks.
But here's my point. If you can find somebody who's close to the level of Alvarado, it's a replaceable piece. The pieces that the Knicks can't replace right now is their starting five.
It's hard to find.
If you're going to run it back with that starting five, why wouldn't you? I would run it back with that starting five.
It is not a lot of 7-foot dudes that can switch in the pick and roll. Mm-hmm. And that gets great offensive rebounders.
Is Mitch my first choice to stay? Sure. Do I think it's likely? I think Mitch is going to get a good number.
I mean,
could I see Mitch getting $3 million, 3 years, $65 million somewhere? I could. Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is he worth that?
To the Knicks?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Then
because then, if you're doing
crazy.
that, then you go on second apron.
He's your longest tenured Knick. He's played at a high level. What he does is specialist type work.
But I also don't know how much he's going to play. That's got to factor into it, too. We know he's going to get hurt. I mean, he's got the history of getting hurt.
So get out of the Mitch business before he continues to age and get injured.
It's not get out of the Mitch business. Well, if you can't, it's find my replacements at the places that I can.
Well, if you can't stay healthy when you're young, odds are.
That's not getting easier.
Outside of Grant Hill.
Yeah.
Like, not a lot of guys stay healthy when they get older.
This is a fascinating situation, the way this is going to play out now over the next 36 hours. So if you're a Knick fan and you're looking at trying to repeat, do you want him ending up in Miami? Do you want him ending up in Boston? Because it sounds like those are the two places where he's going to end up being Giannis.
Oh, okay.
Giannis.
But I wonder, listen, Mitch can go somewhere in the Eastern Conference as well.
Yeah, he could. He definitely could. It's not against Mitch, okay? But I gotta draw a line somewhere.
Wouldn't you hate if the Pistons lose Isaiah Stewart?
I'd hate to see Mitch with the Pistons.
And then they sign Mitch.
I'd hate to see that. Are the Pistons going to spend $20 million on that?
They got money to spend.
I know they have money to spend. Are they going to spend $20 million on that? That's my question.
For a rim protector, like, who's the guys who's the guys making $20 million? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the league. I think that's not as expensive. That's like for most role players. Tobias Harris made $25 million. He's a 16-year vet. I would like to say that that's probably what guys make. That's not like crazy money.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, 800-919-3776. Wed Abe says, Carlin is a cute teddy bear. I'm a nice teddy bear.
Yeah, man. Baby Buddha.
Teddy bear.
Should we say this?
Primo Sabe, hot nice shirt, Bart.
Should we do cut one? Oh, Jesus. Could you do can we do cut one, marry one with the three?
Yeah.
Maybe we should play that with Shamit, Alvarado, and Mitch.
See, here's the thing. Then I'm stealing a Dave and Rick bit, but
Hold up.
just say F, marry, kill.
Bro.
I know nobody likes that, but
they stole it. Everybody uses that.
Cuddle, marry, trash is their. Yeah.
Not an original thought by them.
All right. So if I told you right now, cuddle, marry, trash, Mitch, Landry Shamet, Alvarado, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I got to marry the big guy.
You're marrying Mitch. Who you cuddling?
And he's earned it.
Alvarado or Shamet?
Alvarado.
So Shamet trash out.
Yeah, it's been good. I can go get Tim Hardaway Jr.
Lines are open at 800-919-3776. With Giannis getting traded in the next 36 hours, where are you rooting for him to go? Bart and Carlin just getting started on this Monday. ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
In Queens, heavy traffic on the Van Wyck northbound side, LIE up to College Point Boulevard, crash blocking the right lane. Grand Central Parkway, crash now cleared to the shoulder eastbound by Jewell Avenue. At West Nyack, westbound 59, after Route 304, crash blocking one lane. Port Newark, a lot of traffic trying to get in there all at once on Route 1 and 9 over to North Avenue and on Port Street. Looks like there's a crash there east of 1 and 9. And the big soccer match tonight at the World Cup tonight at 8 o'clock at the stadium in the Meadowlands. A lot of traffic there, and NJ Transit goes exclusive service after 4 o'clock this afternoon. Hope they'll fix this water main break by then. It's southbound 17, only one lane open at Hasbrook Heights by Franklin Avenue. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 and over, physically present, New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Thanks, HOPE-NY, 467-369.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
The best record in the American League. I don't know what more you want. How much better can they be? Without the greatest player in the American League, they don't have him. Without a really dominant DH, Stanton, they don't have him. Without the second best pitcher on their staff, Max Fried, they don't have him. And you're still criticizing Boone. I don't get it.
The Michael Kay Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Empower. After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he could be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Shh, here it comes.
Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. It's so loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money, getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor, it's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
And this is what Mitch saying. You're going to feel so empty without me.
Bart Carlin, ESPN. Speaking of empty, sucks to be Michigan. Their head coach, Dusty May, just left. He is the new head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. So winning the championship out the door. See you later.
His value will never be any higher.
Well, he certainly had some leverage there.
He got Cooper Flagg. He had Dallas. I forget what pick Dallas has, but they got Cooper Flagg.
Yep.
Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
Man, I want Kyrie so bad.
For Detroit?
Yeah, man. Talking about a great shot.
Mavericks have the 9th pick.
And they probably go get the kid from Michigan.
Listen, that's an interesting move on their part, but it's not something that is terribly interesting to us, I don't think. I don't think it makes a huge difference for them. They have to figure out what they're going to do in the West, and they've got a long way to go besides just their head coach at this point.
Yeah, you got to build around Cooper Flagg.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. The bigger concern at this point is, what does this all mean for the Knicks when it comes to Giannis getting moved in the next 24 hours? Let us start with David and Elizabeth on ESPN New York today. D, what's going on, dude? How are you?
What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing? Y'all doing good?
Kuda Matados.
Hold on. Awesome. Hey, look, I just want to say this real quick. The parade was a movie, man. It's so beautiful. I mean, the only thing that was not cool is some cops wouldn't let us in certain areas, and certain people overdosing. Like, hey, guys, keep your high tolerance drugs somewhere else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do the essentials that, get people feeling right. So this is what I want to say. Cuddle, marry, trash. I'm going to marry Robinson. I'm going to cuddle Alvarado for what Bart said because the chemistry between him and Cap, and he's an energy guy. But he could be replaced by Schroeder, so I do like that idea. And I'm going to just trash Shamet because, like you said, you get Tim Hardaway Jr., Duncan Robinson. 3-and-D guys, pause. You can find them anywhere in the NBA. So, yeah, Shamet, you got your ring. We appreciate you, brother. You're coming to Woodbridge to do the signing. You'll be all right. Yo, Bart, you know what's crazy? Like you said, since
hang on a second on Schroeder. Hang on 1 second on Schroeder.
Yes.
This coming year, 14.8. Next year, 15.5.
Oh.
Woof.
Schroeder. So Schroeder cashed in from his Pistons play.
Yeah, he's under contract. Yeah, he did cash in.
Because you always can trade with somebody.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, D.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all good. So, look, I just want to say this at the end. Yo, Bart, you're 100% right. You too, Chef. Bro, since they won this championship, every time you look up, they're doing commercials. Bro, they're getting chicken all over the place, bro.
Yeah,
Yo, Alvarado, not for nothing. If I was him, I'd be like, hey, you guys don't want to keep me. I've been getting paid from you guys, even though, like, you want to keep the homegrown guy because, he's from this area. But not for nothing, man. They've been raking. They've been eating, bro. Every last time I look up, bro, they're doing some kind of promotion, getting money. Really happy for the city, man. Happy for us. And, hopefully the Mets and Jets could take a page from these guys' books some way, somehow, man. I appreciate you, gentlemen.
Here's the crazy part, man, right? When you look at it, like, I'm just looking at, like, the Pistons and, like, who they have that's maybe Alvarado's price range. So Jenkins, the kid that was on the 10-day contract, 24 years old, club option, $4 million. Javonte Green, who, he's a little older, $2 million. So I guess it is players out there that are equal to, like, what Alvarado kind of brings. That's around that price range, man. It's crazy how you can have a have and have-nots like that. I can't imagine anybody in the NBA that's been in the league for a long time to make $2 million. Like, that's NFL low.
Bronx Mills checking in on the chat. I think someone's going to overpay for Mitch, $20 to $23 million. We're definitely going to get a big man later on in the draft to develop. Listen,
to develop, you need somebody to help when Cat get in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Like, are we talking about Hakan Porty?
I can't imagine that they feel like Hawk Porty is ready to be that guy.
I mean, they went to him. They had to go to him in the playoffs.
But that's the point. They had to.
I mean, with a year of development.
Diawara is only like, I think he's 6'9", probably not big enough.
Yeah, they need another 7-footer.
Yeah.
Especially when we know all roads lead through OKC, leads through they don't have to deal with any crazy 7-footers in the East Coast, in the Eastern Conference, but the Western Conference, they need somebody like that.
Mr. August Black, Schroeder was a starting player and is a great backup if your starter goes down. Alvarado, I mean, would I rather have Alvarado or Schroeder? I'd probably rather have Schroeder, but not at that number.
Yeah, it costs a little bit more money.
If you're going to tell me I got Alvarado at 4.5 or Schroeder at 15, I'm good.
But if you're losing these guys, because Alvarado's going to say, man, I can get some money out there. And if Alvarado can go get $10 million a year, 4 years, $40 million, that's not a lot for a guy. And that's a very movable contract in the future for what he brings. Somebody that needs somebody to carry the ball. I mean, I guarantee you, like Houston would have wanted him. They needed a point guard to take the ball out of Durant's hands to be able to facilitate. It is not a lot of point guards in this league, let alone a two-way point guard, one who can facilitate and also one that's not a liability on defense.
Bob and Comac is next. ESPN New York. Bob, what's going on, dude? How are you?
Hey guys, love the show. Two things. Comment and a question for Bart. On the comment side, Shamit's making $776. What's the thought process of keeping Shamit, Alvarado, and Robinson? And I'll get to how to keep the Robinson, and looking at McBride as expendable, because basically he's a spot shooter on a 3-point and saving some money there. That's one. And the second question I have for Bart, what's his opinion on athletes taking haircuts so they can keep the core together? Obviously, Brunson did it. Now there's rumors that Cat might do it. I want his opinion as an athlete in terms of trying to get as much as you can versus keeping the team together. But those are my two points of questions.
Yeah, Cat doing it maybe because here's why Cat may have to do it, because nobody in this league. Cat was 15 points a game. What he averaged in the playoffs? Probably like 15, 16, and maybe 10.
Yep.
Ain't nobody in the world giving you $70 million somewhere else for that.
So ain't
nobody giving you $60 million for that type of productivity.
So, Tom, we've got some Cat. This is when he was on with Shannon Sharp, right? Club Shay Shay?
Yes. So the context here is this is from before he was traded over to the Knicks. They asked him a similar question. Would you take less money to keep the core together there?
You willing to take a $100+ million pay cut like Jalen Brunson did to keep this thing together?
We can keep it all together. If we can keep it together,
right?
Show me then. We all gotta get in the room and say we're gonna do it,
right?
So I mean, Jalen Brunson, shout out to him.
Yeah,
shout out to him.
I mean, $10 million. Okay,
that's a lot.
$10 million. Even like
hey, but you know what? you can't put a value on the fact that he's at where he wants to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big value number that no one's thinking of. He's with his father. He's super comfortable. He has a team that believes in him. I think that belief that a team and organization could give you is something that's worth a lot of money. And they give him that belief. And I think that he felt that was the best situation for him. Right. And I root him on for that.
Now, a little easier for Cat right now, considering he's already made $235 million in the league. But
when we talk about a haircut, basically what we're talking about, will he take less to be able to keep a guy like Mitch?
So, guys, all right, I don't want to downplay what Jalen Brunson did here.
Yeah, but he's going to get his money then. So
that money's coming
back.
And he's not going to end up on the short end of the stick between all the money he's going to earn by just staying in New York, and it not even just based around the championship, but now that obviously will help a great deal, but also down the line, he's not taking a haircut the next time, right? Which is at the end of after next season, he's extension eligible.
But did he know that?
I think he knew that.
No. Did he know
at the time?
Did he know that they would win a championship and he would get? No,
he didn't know that they would win a championship.
So when he did it in hopes to win a championship, and it worked out for him.
Yes, but I don't think that he did it without the thought that he was going to earn that money back at some point. I mean, I'm not saying it was completely.
I mean, he knew if he just played at a big level, they were going to have to give him that money back.
Yes,
and then probably
because the further you get down the line, the super max or whatever there's going to be is going to end up being like $80 million a year.
Yeah, probably at the expense of Cat. Like if it hadn't worked out, and they would have got it eliminated early, they wouldn't have extended Cat. They would have decided to go another way. They probably would have been in the Giannis sweepstakes.
Listen, we would have been talking about Giannis a whole lot more today. Like, we would be on the edge of our seat a whole lot more today if the Knicks didn't make it to the finals.
Right.
I think if the Knicks had fallen short of making it to the finals, we would all be sitting here talking about Cat and Giannis and the possibility of trying to make a move today.
Right. It's amazing.
But that's not happening.
It's amazing what winning will do.
And now I think there would genuinely be a riot if they actually could entertain something like that.
But here's the thing. I don't think you're giving Giannis. I mean, I don't think you're giving Cat $70 million. Like that's. I don't even think that's negotiable. Like we're not giving him what Jalen. His productivity, his impact on this team is amazing. But you're not giving somebody your second best player $70 million. I think also that's why Boston is willing to move off of Jaylen Brown, because he's eligible this season after becoming All-NBA for $70 million. Remember, he's coming off a $60 million deal.
Yeah.
He was the first, before Tatum, he was the first $60 million guy. So this is them, like, dumping salary. Because even with as good as Giannis is, I don't think you're giving Giannis $70 million.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, where are you rooting for Giannis to go if you're not counting on,
Golden State?
If you're choosing for the Knicks to try to get a repeat? Because the two finalists between Boston and Miami, I'm just going to operate under the assumption it's one of those two. Unless they said that to try to get somebody in last minute, which I'm sure they did. But basically, to Shams, that was get your last bids in. If we got two finalists for this, but if you really want to get back in, now's the time to do it.
I mean, you talk about losing all your depth. This is the Giannis trade to Miami is equivalent to the Carmelo trade to the Knicks. You losing everybody. You losing Hero. You losing what's his name? Jaquez. Where
could be Khalil Ware.
Yeah, like where? Who's your team?
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Hey Yankees fans, gather a group of 10 or more and take advantage of our 2026 Yankees group ticket specials. Whether you're getting together with family and friends, organizing a fundraiser, or entertaining clients, your group will love bonding over the Bronx Bombers. Start planning your 2026 group outings today. Log on to Yankees.com/groups. Call 212-YANKEES or email us at groups@Yankees.com. That's 2026 group tickets. Call 212-YANKEES or visit Yankees.com/groups today.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Hey, everybody in here in stock, get over here right now. For everybody that was here, that was making noise and really giving us a lot of great energy today, come on over here.
We appreciate everybody. Congratulations to all the fans, and more importantly, congratulations to the 25-26 New York Knicks.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Harry Douglas here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor, but with zero sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy Shots. Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you have saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's Gusto.com. Gusto.com.
This Father's Day, put the focus on Dad's happy place, his garage. Shop more ways to organize, more ways to build, and more ways to spend time together, with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him a rolling toolbox or a wall-mounted organizer to keep it all in place. Or save on power tools like the Ryobi 2-tool driver drill combo kit for just $99. Make Father's Day about building something together with a little help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Let's go. 800-919-3776. Merv in Winfield. Are you sober yet, my friend? What's going on?
Hey, no, I'm not sober. I mean, I'm sober, but I'm still high off of this championship.
I got to tell you,
but,
so I don't know if you saw the pictures of Alvarado, but Alvarado, I guess, said a couple of months ago when he went on with Mello on Mello's podcast, he's like, yeah, if we win the championship, I'm going to be drunk for 8 days. And then there was a picture of Alvarado yesterday with just the caption, Day 7, of him passed out with his arms pulled.
Oh, that's great. I hope he stays, man. But, yeah, real quick about the parade. I got there Wednesday at around 1 o'clock.
Wednesday or Thursday?
The bleachers.
You went the day before?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yes.
And they let you set up there?
We hung out at the bleachers for a while. We were on Channel 2 News live at 5.
Okay.
with the lady that does that.
Did you make a fort? You had an
couple
aero
people
mattress?
Interviewed. What's that? Huh?
Yeah, but
no, man.
how'd you stay
I
out?
got Gatorade in my cheekbones. But
That's loyalty right there.
Yeah, we hung out, and then everyone was saying, like, when it got dark, that the cops are going to come around and kick people off of the bleachers because that's not for the fans. That was for whoever had tickets or whatever. So we went and hung out at a checkpoint, and my wife and my daughter met me like 9:00 that night. We hung out. That was a lot of fun. This cop tried to hook us up. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to hook you guys up, get you in early." He brought us to another checkpoint where there's like thousands of people, brought us all through everybody, and everyone's all mad. Then he leaves, tells a cop to let us in first, and leaves. They end up closing that checkpoint. Like the kid said, I think it was David, where he said they closed checkpoints. They closed that checkpoint.
Got him.
So we didn't even
Do yourself
get
a
in.
favor. Never go to a second location with a stranger, okay?
Got him.
Yeah, it was a cop. But my wife's like, "No, we're waiting. We're staying." I was like, "All right." We waited. Finally, they opened that point up, let us in. I got right in the front. Deuce and Tyler, also Bridges
Did you
came
see
right
they were basically going to arrest Kolek because they didn't know he was a player?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then
Kolek
that
got
was
what
a
it
lot
felt
of
like to be
fun.
black.
And, yeah, I called my wife reverse discrimination right there. But
Exactly.
and then with
guy
the Knicks
can't be
this
on the
year
team.
coming up,
What?
I hope Jose stays because they're saying something about him re-signing.
Yeah,
he controls
I
that.
mean,
he can
keeping
opt
that-
in, right?
Yeah, he can opt
well,
in.
they're saying he's going to keep that. And then the next two are Shamit and Mitch, and let's see what Cat does with his contract and stuff. Because you can't really replace Mitch. He got the biggest rebound of the year.
Yeah, you can't. And his skill set is unique. Like Mitch might be 101.
Yes, but is it worth $20+ million a year?
I mean,
to keep him.
Tell me this: who's a better player, DeAndre Ayton or Mitchell Robinson?
Mitchell Robinson. And that's just because I think DeAndre Ayton's soft.
Right. So what does DeAndre Ayton make? That tells you what.
I don't want to base my value on Mitch based on what DeAndre Ayton makes.
I mean, you should, because like when you say like impact, right? Mitch may be the best between him and Isaiah Stewart. May be the best backup centers in the league. That's something.
DeAndre Ayton made $8 million. He had gotten a max contract before that, though.
Yeah, well, that was with
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only made $8 million. Mitch is worth more than that.
Mitch is going to get paid here. Mitch is going to get paid.
Tell me this: how much does Hartenstein make?
It's like 25.
Then Mitch is every bit.
Mitch is every bit the player that Hartenstein is.
Right.
So Mitch is going to.
And Hartenstein's about to find himself on the outside looking in.
Yeah. Black Kev on the island. Kev, what's going on, bud? How are you?
What up, black ass Kev? What you do for Juneteenth?
Oh, no, I just spent that. I relaxed. Again, I was still on my orange and blue alcohol binge or whatever. And everybody knows that was, I'm telling you right now, that parade was sick.
Let me ask you a question. Kev, let's talk about this philosophically for a second. How long were you able to actually go on a bender like that for a couple of days? And I'm not talking about bender like all you're doing is drinking, but how long are you able to actually do that for a couple of days and just check out of reality and be in nothing but a joy stupor of out there and celebrating?
Yeah, my son came up from Ohio. He works in Ohio, right? So he came down and everything. And legitimately, that was on Wednesday. So from sometime late Thursday, and he's 24. So he's of age now, so he can drink with pops. And we just went at it from the house to Manhattan, and all through the day, all through the parade. That's all we were doing. We were just getting hammered. We couldn't get but so close. We got close enough. It's like we were there, but we weren't there because I wanted to be as close as possible.
Sure.
But they weren't letting that happen. I got to see them pass by, but I was as close as I can get. I saw it go by, but I wasn't where I wanted to be. At that point, I didn't care. I was just there. It's orange and blue. It was beautiful out there. It's beautiful right now. As gloomy as it looks. It's orange and blue skies. That's all I see. And I'm at work. I should be pissed right now, but I'm happy as hell.
But that's like the Knicks are gonna make everybody so a little less road rage, right? We all good?
Yeah. I'm Gucci. I'm so happy right now. These people out here with their electricity, man, keep it. I don't care. Go pay it when you want. I don't care. Oh.
Everybody get a subsidy.
Yeah, knock yourself out. This ain't my money. They say mine. Like I don't manufacture it.
No.
But anyway, guys, real quick. I know it's gonna be as quick, like I said, but guys, sorry to tell y'all this. Everybody could be upset. I'm not giving Mitchell Robinson $20-some-odd million. And anybody that turns around and says that, I keep hearing you, Bart, say his skill sets is unique and everything. I'm sorry, buddy. I can't agree with that. You don't know that. I have a funny feeling that Mike Brown was so aggravated. He's not going to show it, that he has to game plan around the fact that this man offense and this free throw shooting, I have to remove him, put him back in, and do all this extra stuff. Mitchell Robinson has always been perpetually hurt. His offense has never progressed from the time he got there. I cannot pay him that much amount of money. I think he could be replaced, in all honesty.
With who? I was going to ask Kev some parenting advice.
Luke,
can I ask? I want to ask.
Go ahead. Y'all like to say.
Can I ask you some parenting advice? Because you're a little bit ahead of me.
What's up?
Okay.
What's up?
So you mentioned that your son is now of age, and he came down and y'all drank with each other and all that stuff. You saw pops, y'all got wasted, right? BJ, my son BJ has just turned 21. Like, do you ever go? And I wanted to take him to his first strip club because I wanted him to teach him the strip club etiquette. Like, you know what I mean? What to look for.
Isn't that awkward to go with your dad?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Because I've gone with my dad. I took my dad to Vegas. My uncles was older, and I just wanted to have fun. We went to a boxing match, and then we went to the strip club. It was fun watching my uncle come out with panties on his head.
Yeah, but you said it just, your son, he's never really been the most active when it comes to sports or whatever. You said your son's you want to say a little bit nerdy, I guess. I heard you say that.
He's OG. He's OG. He's just OG Anunoby, basically.
He's got an old heart. Right, exactly. That ain't my son. My son is like me. He's in Ohio working with electricity. He's been electrocuted enough of his brain cells, like his dad did. So he'll go out there and rock out with me wherever you want to go.
BJ's an electrician. BJ's an electrician. Kev.
No, I let him go.
Oh, there. I'm about to try to get BJ a job. An internship. Yeah, BJ just graduated. He's an electrician now.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I thought you were. I didn't know. Next time, let me know it's going to be a job interview.
That's what I'm trying to say. He said he's an electrician. I'm trying to get a hookup.
Has there ever been a time when you said, hey, I just want to ask him one more thing, or let me do this, or let me do that, where I haven't regretted letting you do it? Because you come out and talk about his panties on his head.
That was my uncle. And listen, my uncle, I was maybe 29, 30. Took him to Vegas. My dad, his older brother,
but
his baby
that's
brother.
Different, though. You're 29, 30. I'm talking about first time you go. Wouldn't it be awkward to go with your father?
See, what I don't want him to do is go and get his ass kicked because he do something wrong. He don't know the rules.
Well,
right? Or he don't know how to pay attention to his surroundings. So I wanted to go and let him go with me so that I can show him, hey, man, ask for money. Don't go to the cash machine and pull out a bunch of money. Go here, sit here.
Hit you for $25 fee.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go to the bank and get a bunch of ones because they're going to stick together. You know what I mean? You got to, for real, you got to condition the money. Because new money is hard to get and spread and smack.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. ESPN New York.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I've waited a lifetime for this.
It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening.
I'm now living the dream.
And a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
Champions.
DiPietro and Rothenberg. Morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. All through this tournament, the betting options on FanDuel bring you straight onto the pitch. Who will score the first goal? How many shots will each team have during the match? It's all right there in the app. And with same-game parlays, you have a chance for bigger payouts. And best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Start with a gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
When I need a ride I can actually count on, I call Broadway Elite Limousine. It's who I use, and yeah, I'm not just partnering with anyone for my rides, because whether it's a night out, a trip to the airport, or a corporate event, or even getting a group where they need to go, Broadway Elite makes it easy for me, and they can do the same for you. Clean vehicles, professional drivers, and they're always buttoned up. That's why I trust Broadway Elite Limousine. Book your next ride at BroadwayElite.com. Broadway Elite Limousine, arrive like a pro.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com. That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776, where you can go, where you can comment on the show, like our guy Tsunami and Primo Sabe, who are always very, very involved in the chat, among so many others. The NBA draft is tomorrow. In case you missed the news earlier, our guy Shams Charania came out and reported that the Giannis deal is going to happen before the draft, so in the next 36 hours, and it is likely to involve one of two finalists, either the Miami Heat or the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics trade would be based around Jaylen Brown. The Heat trade would be based more around a combination of Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, and like multiple draft picks. I think the Heat can trade up to 3 first-round picks. If I'm the Knicks, and I'm looking to repeat, and I'm trying to get through the Eastern Conference again, go to Miami. I hope the Heat get him. And I understand how good of a coach Spoelstra is and all that. I understand that.
Is he?
He is. They maximize that team every couple of years. That team should be nowhere near the finals when they get to the finals.
He won with Shaq and Wade. He won with LeBron, Bosh.
But what did he do a couple of years ago? I got to the finals with Jimmy Butler.
Because Jimmy Butler was he the only one. He's the only sadistic dude that would embrace the bubble.
I'm even talking about after the bubble they got to the finals. So I still think that he's an excellent coach, but go to Miami. I would much rather have him in Miami. The only thing that's really interesting to me is Joe Mazzulla as the Boston coach, is so married to this type of play of launching the three, I have to imagine he's going to change his philosophy.
Yeah, that's what that is. I think they acknowledge that
because you can't continue to play that way if you have Giannis.
They tried it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, and it worked 1 year. You won a championship 1 year.
Right. In the last 2 years, it hasn't worked.
Right. So, but he's been very married to that philosophy. Are they willing to go away from that? I mean, you have to be if you have a chance to get Giannis. You have to be.
Yeah, but, I mean, not everybody on a three-point shooting team has to be a three-point shooter.
But if you're the Knicks right now, where would you rather he end up?
Miami.
I don't think it's close.
I don't want no smoke with Jason Tatum and what they did, and now you're going to give him an athletic big man that can shut Cat down. Like, and put Cat in foul trouble without Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell you got that's going to check Giannis?
I think it's an awfully difficult spot if Giannis ends up in Boston. Having said that, if I were Boston, I would actually rather go to war with Jaylen Brown and with Tatum, primarily because I trust Jaylen Brown to stay healthy for the longer term than I do Giannis at this point in his career.
Well, you just can't get the other people, though. Like, you got Jaylen Brown, but and Tatum, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You guys got my name up in trade talks. I'm the Finals MVP.
I think they were trying to be very careful last week, dancing around the idea that they were willing to trade him because they wouldn't use the word, like, they wanted to make sure all their insiders were not using the word offer. They wanted to, framework, concepts, things like that.
Bro, I'm sure Jaylen Brown was all NBA second team, or if not first team, he definitely was second team. You're going to trade him an MVP. He's 29 years old, about to be 30. Like, he's basically Jalen Brunson for them. He was basically Jalen Brunson for them last year. Led them to the second overall.
He was second this year.
Second team All-NBA.
The dude's an amazing player.
29 years old.
Absolutely love him.
29 years old.
And I think he's a killer.
Jaylen Brown is top 5 best two-way players in basketball.
This might be heresy. I'd rather have Jaylen Brown right now than I would Giannis.
I'd rather have Jaylen Brown and Tatum.
Yeah, I would too. Now I'm rooting for Giannis, but here's the thing: like, Giannis in Miami has less of a chance of working in my mind than Giannis in Boston.
Yeah, Giannis in Boston.
That's what I mean. Giannis and playing together with Tatum, that would work.
It'd be him, Tatum, White. Yeah,
Pritchard, guys like that.
Right.
Like they'd be in good shape.
Yeah.
They'd be in good shape. I would much rather see him end up in Miami. Let's go to Ryan, the mailman. What's up, dude? How much you been enjoying the last few days? We haven't heard from you. Ryan.
Oh, hey. I'm sorry, fellas.
Trying to
I'm outside doing yard work.
What do you got?
I'm outside doing yard work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To your point, yeah, send Giannis to Boston if I'm a Knicks fan. Not Boston, I mean Miami. Because, like Bart said earlier, Bam Adebayo and Giannis, and you're going to pretty much strip your team. You got nothing there left except for some bench players and draft picks. That's not really
They got Norm Powell, right? Norm Powell.
Yep.
Yeah. And in terms of Mitchell Robinson, I would love to see him stay with the Knicks. Quite frankly, I know the Lakers are interested in him. I don't want him in L.A., to be honest. I know we got DeAndre Ayton, and he's a better upgrade, but he's not an offensive player. He's not a scorer. He's a good defender. We don't really want him in L.A. If you can keep him in L.A., keep him in New York to keep L.A. away from him. Yes, we do that. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Thank you for the time, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Listen, if he goes to the Lakers, I'm not that worried about it. I'd be more concerned if Mitch ended up somewhere in the East, but I'm still not going to lose a lot of sleep over losing Mitch if we're talking about $20 to $25 million a year.
If they give an Aiden that money, that means they're going to give some of LeBron money. Are they walking away from LeBron? Because
I think LeBron in LA is done. I think that's over.
Then where can LeBron go? Cleveland?
He'll find someplace. Detroit?
I mean, I don't want LeBron coming to Cleveland. Because then I'm scared of Cleveland then.
Well, how would LeBron end up in Cleveland? Right now, to me, it feels like
from $15 million.
They're counting on. I think if LeBron ends up in Cleveland, you're counting on Harden opting out. Harden's got a $42 million opt-out, which
I think
he very well may opt out of it. And if he does, I think that's a gift for the Cavaliers.
I feel like LeBron is Harden, a guy that can get his buckets.
This is my
facilitate.
point. But wouldn't you rather have LeBron than Harden?
Of course.
Absolutely you would.
The King coming home 3 times?
Yeah. Wouldn't he? It'd be ridiculous. I would much rather have him than James Harden. If Harden opts out at $43 million, great.
So how much did Mitch make this year?
$12.9.
Okay, $12.9. Did you hear the reports that Bronny James turned down 4 years, $40 million?
Who?
The Lakers.
Come on.
If I'm lying, I'm flying.
Where'd you get that from?
I got people.
No, I know you. I don't doubt that you have people. I want to know where. If Bronny turned down $40 million.
Hey, bro, you scored 2 points a game in USC. 4 years, $40 million. From lying, I'm flying.
This can't be right.
You don't believe your eyes?
First of all, the first place I'm going for it that when I Googled that up.
Yardbarker.com.
Might as well be. It's Facebook. Yeah, I don't know if I buy that. I cannot buy for a second that he's turning down $40 million.
I mean, he probably was making that in NIL money. $10 million a year. USC.
I don't think he was making that.
USC?
I don't know. He was not making that. Circulating claims. Here you go. They are unverified social media rumors rather than confirmed reports from credible sports journalists. Yeah, I think that's from NBA Central.
That's not like a college paper.
Exactly. As opposed to NBA Central.
I always wonder, what does Central mean?
That's from Shams Charania. Oh, man. No, I don't buy that for a second. Boy, if I got to be honest, if Bronny James turned down $40 million over 4 years, if I was LeBron, I'd smack him in the back of the head. What are you doing?
Tired of taking care of you.
Oh, my God.
Time for you to move out.
Oh, my God.
What if he moved out the guest house yet?
At $40 million, if you're going to turn that down, he better have an apartment somewhere. Oh, my God. There's no chance. There's no chance. Andrew in Astoria is next. ESPN New York. Drew, what's going on, bud? How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. I got a parade day story for you guys.
Go. Let's hear it.
So I get off the train 7:30 a.m., Rector Street. I'm walking against traffic to get to my brother's. That's our huddle zone. My buddies are lollygagging, getting bacon, egg, and cheese, have no sense of urgency. We end up walking towards the path. We only get 2 blocks before the path starts. But we're like, all right, we're stuck. We can't make it we're not going to make it. So Knicks fans are piling up. We're near the barricades. But we realize the floats are behind us. So we were in what we coined the pre-parade path.
Okay.
Absolutely electric, amazing. We saw everything. It was a congested area, but every float went by. They started the parade early. They didn't really maybe talk about it in the news, but we saw everything, perfect view.
See, we thought the parade started late because we got reports that the players were having trouble getting there.
The bus. Yeah. Remember the bus?
So we even saw them walk past us to then circle back, and then we saw them on the float. So we saw everything. We saw Alan Hahn in the street, Martha Stewart walk by. We saw Clyde get into his car. That's where we were. So we were in the area where they're loading up. And even, there was
that seems like that's an awesome place to be. Yeah.
Yeah, we got so lucky. I felt so blessed. It was like an unbelievable experience, honestly.
Yeah.
The players were so hyped because it was the beginning, and they were really taking their time.
Hey,
too.
Drew, you said Martha Stewart was there?
Yeah, am I saying her name wrong? I saw Martha Stewart, Ben Stiller. I feel like I'm
okay. No. Forget Ben Stiller. I want to go back to Martha Stewart for a minute. I don't know if you saw her swimsuit edition a couple years ago.
I missed that. I missed that one.
I tell you what, when we get off this call, I want you to Google and check that out, and then hit us up on the what's the
YouTube chat.
Hit us up on the YouTube chat.
Hit Bart up, not us.
Because Martha, I don't know if you know what Martha working with under there, but man, brother.
I'll type in the comments. You guys just shout me out. I'm Andrew G. You'll see my name pop up. I follow the YouTube too.
Okay.
I'll check it out and let you know.
Yeah, check Martha out, brother. Martha's.
We did not get many. We did not get a chance to get many parade stories because we weren't here Friday.
Right.
That's the other thing I want to hear too. For anybody that's got their stories, about the parade, about Thursday, about what you did, all that stuff. Definitely want to hear them.
It was some crazy stuff, man. Did you see the girl? They were standing on the light poles and all that stuff, like the traffic lights.
The twerk off?
Yeah, she pulled her off and twerked off, and she pulled her pants down and she kept twerking.
Listen, it puts everybody in a good mood.
City Girls up 2,000.
There was the twerk off there, so to speak. There was a lot going on.
Oh, man.
There was a lot going on. And here's the thing, like, I heard about some harrowing moments here and there.
Yeah, the person that passed out on top of the thing or something.
Well, yeah, but how about the EMS person who saved him?
Yeah.
With Narcan?
It
was an OD.
It was OD.
Yeah.
Narcan. Oh, that's
she
what
recognized right away, like by his eyes and all that it was an OD, and somebody right nearby had a Narcan. I don't know if she had it on her or somebody right nearby had one.
But that's what I was telling people. I told my daughter, too, we need to get she need Narcan. She's going to college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just, you never know. Like,
scary.
Kids are trying new stuff. They in college. They thinking what they doing. Because they sprinkle it and put it in everything.
Well, here's what I'd say. I did not hear too many nightmarish scenarios out of the parade the other day. And the thing that really just stuck with me the most, and it has nothing to do with politics, guys, or anything like that, okay? But when the mayor, who is a gifted speaker, gets up there and says and reminds us just how refreshing it is for the city and the area to be able to come together over something positive as opposed to a tragedy, that really struck me in that moment.
Me too, man.
And just how special the last couple of months have been.
And I can't believe that people have an issue with the mayor of New York. This was Giuliani or somebody who had been a mayor for a long time. You know what I mean? 8 minutes is not long for a...
No.
And it's not like he wasn't spitting hot fire, too.
No, I got to say two things there, too. Okay, 8 minutes was not a big deal. He was owning the crowd.
Spitting hot fire.
And if I was one of these people that had to speak after him, the comptroller or the Bronx Borough president or whoever, you know what? I'm good.
Right.
I don't need Akeem Jeffries up there talking about how it's a perfect birthday present for him and how it's a nice present for his daughter going to graduation. I'm sure that's what everybody's thinking about, you jackass. Yeah, he was the one guy speaking. He was the guy that said, "Yeah, it's a great present for my daughter going off to college." Good for you, dude. Get off the stage. Nobody cares.
I might have
it's not
blanked
about
out.
you.
You know how somebody be talking to you, you just not paying attention so much.
You just blacked out?
Yeah, I think I blacked out during
Oh,
this
my
time.
God. If I was any one of those, I understand the notion that we have to have some of these people speak, but if I'm any one of those people after the mayor goes, I'm just looking at somebody saying, I'm good. I don't need to speak.
And
that covered it right there.
And I don't know how many players even wanted to speak. They were so drunk.
No, I think that was the plan was Jalen the whole time.
Right, it's probably good that a lot of them didn't talk.
Did you think?
I didn't like how they did Dolan, though.
Did you think how they did what?
Dolan.
All right, again.
They didn't let.
Well, but what did he do?
But they could have.
Whatever you have a problem with or whatever, I don't think the fans were booing Dolan. The fans
they didn't acknowledge it. Like, they could have gave him energy.
They've had a long, complicated relationship.
Yo, I just brought you the chip in 53 years.
I understand. But
I only owned the team for 27.
The first thing he did when he got up there was to knock the mayor.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's a complicated relationship. Dolan deserves all the credit in the world for finally getting this done. And clearly, the speech that he gave to the players had an impact on them before. Right. I have to say, that's like I've heard Dolan in interviews. In that speech is the most impressive I've ever heard him speak.
Yeah. But I'm saying, you know how when somebody talking and you don't want them to their stuff to land, and you know it may need a little clap or a little applause, they purposely remain silent when he said stuff.
I think
mean,
that's because I don't think it was mean. I think it was they have had a long, complicated relationship with the guy. And I think ultimately what points that out the most is what I told you about at Radio City the night they won the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Radio City was open for people to pay, I think it was pay $10, go and watch with everybody else. Huge watch party. Yeah. They have it. They cut to Dolan on the screen getting the trophy, and the first thing they do is boo him.
Yeah.
But hang on. Again, think about the 30 years before that and people that they held responsible, but then he gets up there and says, The first thing he says is, "I'm sorry it took so long," and everybody started cheering him. That's all. I don't think they did Dolan wrong the other day. I think it was just it was a complex relationship that this town has had with him for a long time.
I'm an outsider.
Yeah.
I'm just observing.
Yeah.
When even when kids or people are speaking at banquets and stuff, and they say something but they not speaking well, you still kind of applaud, right? Just kind of so it's not awkward. They made it purposely awkward when he got up there. That's why I think he had more to say, but he cut it short because he saw that, okay, I see how they doing me. They playing me like that. They're not giving me no energy. They're not clapping. They're not cheering. Like, he was saying stuff that was that he was waiting for go, ah! And he could put his hand up, yeah. They gave him no energy, no juice with that, man. And that was wacky D. Like, y'all got to give him credit, man. Stop hating. Like, this is supposed to be about joy bringing us together. Then show some damn joy for everybody.
Yeah, I don't think it was Hakeem Jeffries, by the way. I was wrong about that. It was one of the other guys.
Okay, yeah. Because the first one, he was Puerto Rican because he started off in Spanish. Remember? Then he translated his Spanish.
No, it wasn't that guy. It was a different guy.
The guy in the seersucker suit, the black guy.
It might have been Jamani Williams.
No, the black guy. The black guy, he was horrible.
That's him.
Yeah, he was way too cashed up. Yeah. We won it, day, baby. I'm like, yeah.
That was the guy who was talking about his daughter going to college, and it was his 50th birthday when they won a championship. I don't care it's your 50th birthday. It's not about you, jackass. Get off the stage.
But that dude was black.
And the other thing to it I don't need is the politician later on trying to start a chant. Like, you guys, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Nixon, fine. Nixon there was like, yeah.
Seriously.
That's what I'm saying.
That was me.
The crowd gave him no juice.
If I'm the comptroller,
yeah.
Okay? First of all, nobody knows what the hell the comptroller is.
I don't even know what that is.
Apparently, they're in charge of the money. I would have gotten up there. My wife said this the other day. I'm stealing her line.
Yeah.
I would have gotten up there, and the only thing I would have said was, my job is dollars and cents, and this parade is the best money this city's ever spent. Yeah. Get out, everybody!
That would have been
take care of everybody. Get the hell out. Like, otherwise, nobody needs to. I would not want to speak after the mayor, would you?
Not
after that speech.
Not if he set the stage on fire like that.
No, absolutely not.
That's
anyway,
crazy. I was trying to figure out who you thought Hakeem Jeffries was. Cause the dude that was talking,
confused.
That dude darker than me. Hakeem Jeffries a little newbie brother.
No, I got confused.
He's like Barack Obama. No, he even lighter than Barack. You know who he is? He like Keenan Peele. He that color. Yeah, he a little light bright.
All right, I wasn't going by any of that. I thought I got confused otherwise about who was speaking. I don't even remember anybody else, the names of anybody else, because I don't know who the comptroller is.
Yeah, I mean, there was one lady that got up there. Yeah,
yes, her at the end.
Yeah, Nixon 5.
Trying to start the chant. Don't. Stop.
That's how you know.
Stop.
That's how you know your speech was wacky D. You just trying to get some crowd participation. But other than that, like Alicia came out, everybody's disappointed.
Alicia was great.
So black people are disappointed because we know Jay-Z's around. And the fact that that song is his song and Alicia Keys' song, people were surprised and shocked that Jigga didn't come out for
they mad at him or they mad at
Jay-Z
City or
no, they mad at Jay-Z.
I don't know if he said he couldn't make it or what.
It don't matter. He should have made it. That song, he should have been here.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a concert coming up in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. We don't know if he's going to release an album or what's going on, but he's building up something. He should have been there. Jay-Z, you should have been there. Like, if Jay-Z would have came out with her, because we saw Jada, we saw all the – it was, you know what? They were the most attentive, respectful celebrities I've ever seen. They came in off their floats, and they set their ass down. Well, nobody standing up, talking, and they got to say, please, everybody take their seats before the program started. They came in, got in a assigned seat, and set their ass down.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good listen.
Jerome Williams, man, I love you, man. You gotta get rid of them. Them Rex Ryan, aka Matthew Stafford.
The Caps.
Man. Yeah, bro. Like, his teeth was so white. I thought I needed sunglasses.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, Jerome, come on, brother.
All I can tell you is, like, if I was any of those other people, I would not have wanted to speak after the mayor.
Yeah,
honestly.
Jerome.
Stop.
Saw Novak, but Jerome Williams, man, like we do this to each other, man. Like when you get them chiclets, man.
you know what else I don't love? I don't listen. Everybody's out there in very casual clothes. The Knicks, all those guys, right? I don't. If you're the mayor, or if you're somebody else and you're going to that thing and you want to wear a Knicks jersey, wear a Knicks jersey, but don't wear your suit under it.
Yeah, but it actually looked better.
It looked okay on the mayor. On the other guy, it did not look good.
Yeah, because he tried to swag it out too much. I think that was seersucker he had, which is appropriate, right, for the weather. Seersucker suit, nice and cooling, stuff like that protect you. Good overcast. But yeah, I get it. I get it. Like the little jersey with the suit on.
I don't.
He wanted to make sure that he was political, right? You got to have a suit on, right? They get at you if he would have came with a jersey on, all that stuff.
I don't know. Would you have been upset if the mayor had just worn a jersey and some shorts or some sweatpants?
Nah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's the mayor, but like that would be like, no, this is our parade. This is what we're doing. This is what we're celebrating today.
I mean, especially you look at the owner Dolan, it was appropriate for him to have a jacket on.
Yeah.
Too. Like, what I love about rich people,
Worldwide West had a shirt and like a collared shirt and pants, but like you know, nobody else was dressed.
Worldwide West is backstage. You know what I'm saying? He like underground. You know what I'm saying?
But he was the first one out.
Yeah,
he was the first one waving his arms.
You thought it.
Look what I did.
We thought it was Brunson's dad for a minute.
I thought he looks exactly like Brunson's dad.
Yeah, light bright.
He looks exactly like that. Oh my God!
It was a great day though.
It was,
bro. See, I left a little bit as soon as Alicia got
By the way, went on the subway, no problem.
Okay, because I left early.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah, as soon as Alicia started singing, because I didn't want to get stuck up in that. I walked all the way back.
Bart hurt the first few bars, and he was out the door. You walked all the way back up?
Yeah.
I hopped on the one train, or I hopped on the E train.
See, I don't know.
No problem.
I don't even know what an E train is.
It was 2 blocks away.
I don't know what an E train is. I would get lost.
I would have shown you. It would have been easy. And it was not flooded by people where I went. And this was right after the parade. I was very fortunate.
But I probably got there before you.
You probably did. But it wasn't like it was very long. 800-919-3776. The ESPN New York Beach Bash is back. Thursday, July 2nd.
What?
Bar A.
Already?
Yeah. Next week.
Next week. What day?
Thursday, July 2nd.
Okay, so that means Bryce's birthday.
Every time they say, put this on your calendar, and you say, my calendar's right up here. And then today, by the way, we got a watch party on Thursday. What?
But you know what? It just, I don't need early reminders. I'll be there.
Thursday, July 2nd, Bar A, Lake Como, New Jersey. Head down to the Jersey Shore. Join the Michael K. Show, Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live starting at 1 p.m. And an appearance by DiPietro, Rothenberg, Bart, myself, and more. We're going to have plenty of giveaways for fans in attendance. We got a soccer watch party and the chance to test your skills against Rick DiPietro, who will be in net attempting to stop your goal soccer kicks or whatever they would be. Plus, we got music from Surfing for Daisy, who will be playing an hour before and after the shows. It's all brought to you by Spiked Aid, Boost Mobile, Miller Lite, Fanatics Fest NYC, and New Jersey Lottery. You must be at least 21 years of age to enter. 800-919-3776. The parade stories that you haven't had a chance to share, we want those as well because we haven't had a chance to hear them. 800-919-3776. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
The 2026 New York Knicks. Basketball immortality.
It's happening, Knicks fans! It's happening! It's been 53 years!
It's over! It's over! Knicks fans, this is not a dream! Your long, long wait has ended! Go ahead and cry. After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Wherever your day takes you, across New Jersey, into New York, or down to Philadelphia, New Jersey Transit gets you there. Skip the traffic and stay on track. With busy travel periods ahead, plan ahead, check schedules, and allow extra time for your trip. From workdays to weekends, New Jersey Transit keeps your routine moving with reliable, convenient service. Ride smart. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
I'll adopt a cat. Just a cat, Sean? This is a New York lottery win we're talking about.
I'd get the ultra-rare, hairless cat known as the Minskin.
Then?
I'd turn my garage into a rescue menagerie for all furless felines.
And when that gets too full?
I'll purchase land in the Catskills for them to sunbathe in hairless abandon.
Only cats?
All hair-free animals looking to roam in bald, beautiful peace.
Can I come?
Do you have hair?
New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
This is the Michael K. Show.
The best record in the American League. I don't know what more you want. How much better can they be? Without the greatest player in the American League, they don't have him. Without a really dominant DH, Stanton, they don't have him. Without the second best pitcher on their staff, Max Fried, they don't have him. And you're still criticizing Boone. I don't get it.
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Let's roll 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN, Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. It is time, for the first time in quite some time because of this Knicks run. By the way, before we get to it, there have been quite a few things that we have not been doing because of the Knicks run. We haven't been doing sideline to sideline. We haven't been doing Carlin's Corner Table. Everything's back this week. Carlin's Corner Table is back this week. So we got that back on the track. This has been all about the Knicks for the last month and a half. So everything is back.
And they finished the mission. That's the beautiful part.
Yes.
Right? Like, they didn't lose. And it's like, we they spent time, but They won, and we got the result. Finally, New York got the result that they've been so desperate for.
This week, Carlin's Corner Table, it's called a duffin. It's a donut and a muffin.
Ah.
The duffin.
So we got like the consistency of a croissant and the grittiness of a muffin. You know what I'm saying? Two different consistencies.
Well, but it's not a croissant muffin. It's a donut muffin.
Oh.
So the donut.
But you know what I'm saying? The
more
donut
of a consistency like a donut.
Yeah, the donut.
Croissant's more flaky.
Okay, well, the donut consistency with the graininess of muffin.
Well, listen, whenever we throw these things together, I'm a little skeptical.
I'm not. Because last time we were gifted the cronut.
Yeah.
And that took over the world.
Yes, it did. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody's trying to find the next thing, and we'll find out if you found it or not. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to put donut holes inside of bagels.
And no, they will not be live in studio this week, unfortunately. I already went out and took care of that while I had time.
Way to get extra content.
Make sure it knock it down. But apparently, listen, some people have been asking.
Huh.
I didn't know it was going to grow into something this popular, but here we are. Anyway, all of that is coming back this week as we start to get back into it, including this, which is Sideline to Sideline.
It's going to happen. This is Sideline to Sideline. Go. With Bart and Carlin.
Okay, so Tom Bauer is here. Did you get the sense the other day, and Tom, I thought, did a nice job at his first remote in producing the show. He was kind of locked in. But then, once the whole Knicks ceremony began, it was like I lost him for the day.
Yeah.
You were gone at that point. Your videotape and everything. By the way, got great content for the station. I want to give you credit there. But also, it was giddy 10-year-old Tom right there celebrating a championship, was it not?
Yeah, 10-year-old Tom was definitely present then. I think when the Knicks started to get the keys to the ceremony, that's when I started to I think I started to tear up a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Really? I did not see you tearing up.
Very, very lightly. I kept my back turned away from you guys because I was shooting the stage. I think that was also partially on purpose, so that way nobody would see it.
Hey, I don't blame you. Listen, celebrate, tear up, have those emotions, live life, Tom. Get out there.
That's
do you. I like it.
I close my eyes.
I have never cried at a championship. I only cried at losing a championship once.
Tom's baby Ralph Transman, man with sensitivity.
I cry at very little things, but and emotions rarely break me, but that was one of those moments where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bask it all in for a moment. Going to let it fly.
Anyway, Tom, what do we got? Sideline to sideline.
All right, so I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to also promote this at the exact same time. Rich Cimini will be joining us at 12 p.m. to be talking a little bit about the Jets' offseason, and in particular, we're going to ask him about the following situation. Because as we lightly discussed throughout the Knicks run, Brandon Sorsby is going to be entering the supplemental draft after the whole fallout with the whole gambling fiasco in Texas Tech. He decided to step away and enter the supplemental draft, which means that any team can take him if they have a pick that they can use in the supplemental draft. And one of those teams, of course, could be the New York Jets because they always seem desperate for a quarterback. And Brandon Sorsby, according to some draft experts, probably would have been the second best quarterback in this past draft had he entered that traditionally and minus the whole gambling thing.
So here's what's interesting about this to me, okay? I've read a lot over the last couple of days, and it's very clear there are a lot of people out there whose teams are not going to be interested in Sorsby that are really trying to downplay how good he can be. Now, I don't know. I cannot sit there and tell you I know how good he is. I don't. Did I watch a snap of Brendan Sorsby at Cincinnati in college? Maybe 10. Maybe. I have no idea what the guy is. What Tom just alluded to was what I had read and heard a couple of times last week, was that Sorsby probably would have been rated higher than Simpson. That doesn't mean he was going to be an amazing quarterback, and that doesn't mean just because the Rams took him at 13 that he should have been taken before that. I read a little bit the last day or two. Oh, no, he was a day 2, day 3 guy this year at best, maybe a day 3 guy next year. I don't know what to believe here, and I think there's a lot of misinformation going on around Sorsby at the moment.
See, but here's what you would hate. You saying, hey, I got 3 first-round draft picks next year. I'll wait, right? We have Geno. We got Klubnik. We're going to wait. Then you let the value of him drop. And you let somebody say like Houston. Or you let somebody say like Philly. You let one of these teams, right, Pittsburgh. You let one of these teams that aren't going to have a bad year to get their future quarterback, get one for a 3rd-round draft pick or a 4th-round draft pick and take this kid. And then now you watch this guy become a starter in this league for a 4th-round draft pick, and it puts all the pressure on you to, because I think the Jets won't be bad enough to be in position to take one of the two, Dante Moore or Arch Manning. I think that's going to be Arizona. That's potentially going to be Cleveland. That's potentially going to be Miami.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, you look at those type of teams, you look at what happened, I just can't see that.
So, I'm just looking at the last several years with the Jets and the guys they took in the 2nd round. Joe Tippmann, 2nd-round pick. That's obviously worked out pretty well.
Congrats on the extension.
Mason Taylor, Breece Hall.
It's been good for the last couple of years.
Yeah, last couple of years has been good. Before that, Elijah Moore, Denzel Mims.
Was back in the league, by the way.
Marcus May.
No, he's back in the league, right?
Where?
Denzel Mims. Got picked up by Dallas.
Christian Hackenberg. Like, here's my point. If I have 3 first-round picks next year.
Correct.
And I have a chance with my 2nd-round pick to just take this guy for a year and see what he is. And not have to play him necessarily.
You got 3 years.
I got 3 years to figure out whether or not this is I got at least a year. If I can determine in a year that, like, this is just a waste of time, all right, it's a wasted 2nd-round pick. I got 2 other ones.
Yeah, that's
2 other ones, or 3 other ones.
You got 3 ones, and if he's your quarterback, imagine the type of players you can get. Jeremiah Smith, right, to pair with Garrett Wilson. You can get because we know the early ones are going to be for quarterbacks. If you're in the top 10 again, or you're top 10 again, if you're the Jets,
if you're those other teams that you just mentioned that are going to be at the top, and you're the Jets, and you don't think you're going to be that bad, why wouldn't you take this chance? It makes no sense.
Because if you can get your future quarterback for a 2 or a 3,
yeah,
and then still have 3 first-round draft picks that you can turn back into a 2nd-round draft pick. That's the whole thing. Because people are going to be trying to get up to your spot potentially if you win 10 games. You know what I mean? If you win 10 games, they're going to be trying to move up to your spot to get a quarterback, one of the 3 that may come out. But you already got yours, so now you get multiple picks for this year or next year. Anyway, so the 2nd-round draft pick you got your quarterback for basically nothing.
Next.
All right, gentlemen, the next story we've got. Jeffrey Simmons is now a very highly paid man. He agreed to a 3-year contract extension with the Tennessee Titans per Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport. The deal worth $105.8 million, $100 million guaranteed, which makes him the highest paid defensive tackle in NFL history. He'll be turning 29 in July, and he becomes the first defensive tackle to land $100 million guaranteed per year basis. He jumps ahead of Chris Jones's $31.75 million. Simmons going to be paid $35.3 per year.
You know what that means, Chris? You're going to have a holdout by Hayward again.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm better than him.
Jeez.
You're 50.
Probably would.
You're 50.
I don't think it's going to take that long for Tennessee to be better. I think Cam Ward's going to have a good year. I don't know how good. I don't think Tate's a number 1 receiver. I think they overshot on that one by taking him at 4. But they took the edge rusher.
Is Wan'Dale Robinson, is he going to be the truth after Dayball gave him all of that money?
Listen, you know he can catch 80 passes.
Yeah.
You know he can. So
he's in a weak division.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they're going to go win that division.
Yeah.
But I would say they're going to be better.
Who's better first? Because these 2 teams traded players. Jets or Titans. Geno should be a better quarterback than Cam Ward this year.
With and Cam Ward's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Jets theoretically should be better than the Titans this year. Theoretically, they should be. We'll see. Next.
I got one more for you, gentlemen, right now, and this is a bit of an odd story, but I'm going to tell it nonetheless. Apparently, there is a little bit of a dispute as to how old Sauce Gardner really was. So,
hold on, who is he? Miguel Tejada? It says here on your original birth certificate obtained from you're 35 years old. Where you get that from, man?
So let me read you a snippet from ESPN. So apparently, I guess he was speaking to reporters last week, and he pointed out, I'm 24, by the way, which kind of led to some speculation of what the hell actually happened. Well, apparently many of the corners of the internet listed him as being 25. That even includes ESPN.com and Pro Football Focus, Yahoo, just to name a few. Somehow became accepted he was born August 31st of 2000. Apparently he was born actually in 2001, and he's 24. The Colts website and the NFL.com reflected that. And apparently this isn't the first time that this has happened, because one of his quotes was, "It's crazy that I'm saying this once again." I couldn't tell you how the hell this happened.
Still today, worst trade in NFL history.
That the Colts made?
Yeah.
I can't say that yet.
Well,
can't say it yet.
2 firsts?
Listen, they were going for it all at the time. When
2 firsts?
They were, what were they, 9-1 at the time or 8-1 at the time?
2 firsts?
I know.
And the recent trades that have come out.
There are worse trades in NFL. Herschel Walker trade's the worst trade in NFL history.
I think it worked out short term for everybody.
I mean, everything that built the Cowboys.
Yeah, but Minnesota was fine.
But did they win? They didn't win.
It ain't like Herschel Walker couldn't play football when he got
they didn't win. They built a championship dynasty out of that trade.
Maybe the worst is the Ricky Williams trade. Traded all your draft picks for one player.
That was, you know what? That was pretty bad.
I'm done.
That was pretty bad.
What?
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. What do you got from Samuel? You got a little something from our friends at Samuel?
I always got something to say, man. If they praying, I'm praying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I see all the time, though, Carlin? Real talk. And especially during the parade. I see people living in pain. Back pain, neck pain, sciatica. Thinking it's just part of life. It's not. I'm Bart Scott. As you know, and you know that if you need anything, you need to get back right, you need to call Dr. J. Shaw Sandwell Payne. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical procedures that actually fix the issue. No surgery, no downtime, no pain medication, just real results that get you moving again. They got same-day or next-day appointments available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, so it's one near you. And look, it's summertime. Actually, I didn't realize yesterday was the first official day of summer.
Yes.
Congratulations. You should be out here enjoying it, not stuck dealing with back pain or pain every day. So go to SandwellPain.com and stop living with pain.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. We're going to talk more with Rich Cimini at the top of the hour about exactly what the situation is with Sorsby and why the Jets would not be interested. 800-919-3776. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Monday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. As the focus shifts to baseball in New York, what move do the Yankees have to make to stay atop the American League? And are the Mets too far gone to salvage their season? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
The World's Game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payouts so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pregame, straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the World's Game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
The 2026 U.S. Open Tennis Championships are back, where the world's greatest city meets the world's greatest tennis players. Fan Week begins August 23rd. Experience the Mixed Doubles Championship on the 25th and 26th. And the U.S. Open Singles Championship starts Sunday, August 30th. All tickets on sale now at usopen.org. The U.S. Open. Spectacular awaits.
Do you read more about your team in the off-season than in the season? Does your game day outfit include a brown bag with eye holes? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected. Because seeing your painted face in the rearview mirror after a loss isn't just depressing. It's distracting. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
My friends, Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, at Tully time, 6:10 Yankees visit the Tigers, 7:10 Mets hosting the Cubs. Coverage begins on 880 ESPN New York, starting at 6:30. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. All right, our buddy Gilberto has been waiting for a bit in the truck. Gilberto, what's up, brother? How are you?
What's up, Carlin?
How you doing, brother?
My boys, what's up, Bart?
Kudomatados. What up?
Everything good?
Kudomatados.
Yo, my bro, I need some more information on who you think the Knicks are going to draft with that. I believe it's the 24th pick. Because I'm looking at the kid from Arizona, Poe. I'm looking at K-Poe, something like that. I'm looking at the kid. I wish the kid from Michigan, that center, he is so gifted, man. But I know he's probably going to go in the first 10 picks. But Vasir, Tommy mentioned him. And he's a
Henry Visar
forward as well.
Henry Visar. Yeah.
Is that? I'm sorry. I pronounce. Yeah. I'm Puerto Rican, bro. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Colin. Thank you. But that's what I would like to know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would like to know. I think that the Knicks will be able to sign everybody. I think the big contracts that are going to command the most money. I feel it's not everybody that's coming, from their team that they won the championship with. people say Mitchell Robinson. I feel that if Cat takes a little bit, you could squeeze Mitch in. You know what I'm saying? Shamet wasn't commanding much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 4, 5, 6 million. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen,
just to keep the team intact, man.
I get what you're saying, Gilberto. It's just I don't know if it's
people got to graduate the program though. That's just unfortunate.
And I don't know that they're going to go. I don't know that they won't. I think there's probably Dolan might have overplayed it a little bit, just for negotiating leverage than anything else. About the second apron thing.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get too wrapped up in that.
I wonder how much of the Brunson willing to take less is he going to throw on everybody else? Well, Brunson did, and he all that type of stuff.
Yeah. The two guys that I would be looking at, if you're looking at a backup center, would be Chris Sinak from Houston, 6'11". Saw him play quite a bit this year. And Henry Visar, who was at Carolina. He was at Arizona before that. A little more skilled. Sinak's actually kind of skilled, too.
But the guy Visar.
I don't know that either one of them is good defensively as Mitch is. I wouldn't say that.
And, pick and roll defense. Well, they got Sinak. Visar, who's 7 foot. They got him going to the Hawks. Right before.
At 23, right before?
Yeah, right before the Knicks.
I think one of those two guys will be there. One of those two guys will be there. But I'm also not going to tell you that I've spent a ton of time on the NBA draft trying to break it down while we've been watching the Knicks win a championship.
Especially when the Knicks don't have. It always goes back to, man, when the Zion lottery, man. You talk about taking the air out of a place. And what's crazy? The fact that Ja Morant and Zion Young is still not made themselves a household name. Ja made himself a household name at the beginning. But with the antics, it's been like 3 years before Ja has. Ever since
both of those guys might get traded this week,
right?
Zion might get traded this week.
Zion is the Wemby stopper. Why don't you just put him on the Spurs?
Again,
one less thing to worry about.
Can I count on him to actually be on the court?
You can't.
That's what I thought. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
No risky, no.
Hey, Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Monday, July 20th, when the Yankees host the Pittsburgh Pirates, and be ready to receive a traditional Yankees giveaway. It's Yankees T-shirt night, presented by Sato. The first 15,000 guests will receive a Yankees T-shirt. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Pirates for Yankees T-shirt night presented by Sato on Monday, July 20th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Hey, everybody in here in stock, get over here right now. For everybody that was here that was making noise and really giving us a lot of great energy today, come on over here.
We appreciate everybody. Congratulations to all the fans, and more importantly, congratulations to the 25-26 New York Knicks.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. That's how Prime members have saved over $2 billion on grocery and household items. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
There are small risks in life, like trying to guess someone's name you forgot.
Hey, remember me?
Of course. Samantha, how could I forget?
Who's Samantha?
Oh, will you excuse me?
We all take risks in life, but some risks just aren't worth it, like gambling without a plan. Set time limits and a spending budget before you gamble. To learn more, visit PlayResponsiblyNY.com. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
The New York Knicks, world champions. Finally.
Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
Enjoy it, Knicks fan. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
It is noon on Monday. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. It is Monday. It is noon, which means what, my friend? As I continue to stretch this sentence because Bart...
Isn't it time? Turn to do it?
Bart's chewing a bagel.
And listen, look
it's noon. It's your deal. Why'd you take a bagel bagel bite before we're coming on the air?
Look at this.
What? You got two empty bottles of whatever it was you were drinking.
Tea.
Okay. Tom?
Help a brother out, Tom.
All right, here we go. Can you set me up one more time, please?
Oh, he need a...
God forbid I need to set up now.
He's got so bougie. Remember, that's what came from the thing as well. Remember,
you can't do it because you're eating. He can't do it because I haven't set him up yet.
No, remember he froze? He froze at the parade.
He did freeze
He froze like twice in front of the crowd. Asked the little kids who were up there dancing, doing their thing in front of thousands of people.
Got the stage fright like he was in front of the urinal. All right, Tom.
You know those urinals like where like there are no dividers. There is no dividers.
It's the trough. Yeah. Tom, all right, noon. How you doing?
It's the power hour.
Yeah, so worth it. So worth it. Rich Cimini covers the Jets, ESPN New York, and, of course, for ESPN NFL Nation, joining us right now. Hello, Richard. How are you?
Good, guys. We haven't talked in a while, so it's good to catch up here.
How much did you get caught up in the Knicks stuff? Were you caught up in it?
The Knicks? Oh, yeah. I watched every minute of every playoff game. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome stuff. I couldn't get to any of the games, unfortunately, but, how could you not love that? It was awesome.
So let's start there, Rich. Does this now give every Jet fan hope?
It's an interesting. That actually came up in some press conferences with some players, asking them if they're inspired by the Knicks run, and of course they, how can you not be inspired by that? But I think we're absolutely talking about apples and oranges in terms of the two organizations.
Of course.
I mean, the Knicks had 4 years in a row in the playoffs, and a loaded starting lineup. The Jets are just way behind in terms of the building process. And so maybe someday they'll get there, but, for the players, I know the players really got a blast out of it. Some of the guys went to the games and knew some of the players. So I think it was thrilling just to see how New York would react if something like that ever happened to them.
Okay, so headline right there. Rich Cimini says, no hope for Jets. Gotcha.
Got it.
DOA?
Clip that. Let's aggregate that. Okay.
Now tell me this, because forgive me, I don't even know where we're at. Like, the Knicks have taken over so much that I don't even know where we are in the process. Are OTAs over, mandatory OTAs over? I see that we have the Tippmann signing, which, keeps the offensive line intact, which is a good thing going forward to, whatever is the future of the quarterback position.
Yeah, everything's over, Bart. The other day, last Thursday, last Wednesday was like school's out. And, they did all their mandatory stuff. The mini camp was over. Aaron Glenn gave them off on the last day of mini camp, which is, a league-wide trend. Some teams don't even do mini camp anymore. He gave them off. And so they are done until July 28th. That is reporting date. And so they got the Tippmann thing done. I think that was a really good proactive move of getting a good player under contract for the next few years. And not only their offensive line, but their entire offensive unit, except the quarterback, is under contract for at least another 2 more years. So they have a real chance to build some continuity on offense.
So the one thing they need is a quarterback, which brings us to why we really were excited to talk to you. Sorsby.
It wasn't just to chat and see how I was doing.
well, we do that offline. You know what I'm saying? But the Jet fans are back engaged and in tune, and I think inspired by what the Knicks did. Sorsby, what's the level of interest in Sorsby, and what's the value pick that you think maybe it's going to take to be able to pull this off? I guess we'll know more after his pro day.
Well, today's the deadline, to apply. He's already applied. He still has to be accepted by the NFL. It's not 100% certain that there's going to be a supplemental draft. The NFL has to accept his application. And, the expectation is that they will, and that there'll be a supplemental draft sometime probably around July 20th or 22nd, somewhere in that neighborhood. And, the level of interest, I think everyone wants to know that. The Jets, we know the quarterback situation. They need a long-term answer. They could find it in the 27 draft is going to be loaded with quarterbacks, but could they get it earlier? That's a fascinating question. From the people I've talked to, most people think he's probably around a second-round talent who, had he had 1 more year at college and played well, could have played his way into the first round. So that has to be intriguing. I mean, he's got good size. He's about 6'2.5". He throws well. He moves really well. And so their tools are there to be a productive quarterback in the NFL. But we know the other side as well. I mean, and so I think teams are cautious because he's admitted a gambling problem, went to inpatient rehab for his gambling addiction. And I think that's a major concern for teams around the league. Now, where do the Jets stand on it? I don't know for sure. We can only gather, little crumbs of information from talking to people. Knowing the team as well as I do, and I've been around them for a long time, as you guys know, I'd be surprised if they put in a significant bid on this particular player. I just think that there's some concern maybe about the off-the-field stuff, and I do think they have a player there in Cade Klubnik, who they just drafted in the 4th round, who they want to develop. And they also know that they have the 27 draft, to find that quarterback. So, I mean, could they put in a late round, like a 5th or a 6th round bid on him? Yeah, I could see something like that happening. But I'd be really surprised if they ended up with Brendan Sorsby.
Rich Cimini with us, of course, covers the Jets for ESPN New York, ESPN NFL Nation. So with that in mind, what do you think is the thing that would hold them back the most? Just kind of take us through what we need to know about the off-the-field stuff now with the gambling. I mean, is it just a case of people have to be convinced that he's gone through the rehab process and he's going to be better? And do they get – how much of a chance do teams get to even talk to a guy like that before a supplemental draft would even be potentially had?
Yeah, those are all really good questions. And so what I think from the Jet perspective, they know the player really well right now, just from a from a talent standpoint, because their scouts, their college scouts, have seen him play a lot in the fall. They'll review those tapes and and cross-check with the national scouts and they already have a good feel for his talent. Now, if he's accepted into the supplemental draft, they'll continue with their due diligence, and that he's going to have a pro day on July 10th at a high school in the Dallas area. I think they could possibly attend the pro day. If they're still interested at that point, they could bring him into their facility for another visit. Absolutely, you'd want to sit down and talk to the player, and I am sure they're going through a very thorough vetting process if they're interested, in talking to people in his background and his counselors and so forth, and then ultimately bringing him into the facility or taking him out to dinner or whatever they want to do just to get to know him on a personal basis if they're interested at that point. So there's a lot of – and then you have the other thing that I know from talking to some scouts around the league, I know it's a concern. He could be disciplined under the league personal conduct policy. There's – it's in the CBA. He could be suspended. He could walk into the NFL with immediate suspension. That part is unclear at this point. And, does a team want to deal with that? There's the public relations fallout. What if he has a relapse and is caught gambling again? Is that a lifetime ban? So there's a lot of unanswered questions that I think teams are digging for right now. It's just my gut, and just from talking to people around this situation, that the Jets just seem a little hesitant. But we'll find out in the next, 3 or 4 weeks.
I guess when Bart and I are having this discussion, maybe we're taking into account that they have the 3 picks to begin with, because here's what our conventional thought would be. Why not? You have them for a year. If you were to bid, we might say a second-round pick is too high, bid a third. They have 3 ones next year, but you get the free look at the person. You try to figure out who the person is and can he play, and there may not be that much risk other than losing a second-round pick in a year that you have 3 already. Now, maybe I'm being a little flippant in how I handle a second-round pick at that point, but that's kind of what our thought process has been. Is that just a little too Pollyanna at this point?
No, and I wrote this yesterday in my notes column, that if the Jets could do that, I mean, if you could get this guy for like a second or a third, and he becomes your guy, and you don't have to touch those 3 first-round picks, what an enormous boost that would be to your rebuilding effort. Imagine that. You're going into next year with your quarterback in place, and you still have the 3 number ones. That's the ideal scenario to this. Certainly something I'm sure the Jets are considering as they walk through this process. That's the great scenario. But the downside is, let's say a second-round pick is still pretty high.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want you want to toss that away.
I'm not trying to devalue it, but it's just a unique year.
But let's say they get him for a third, and you bring him in. Now they still like Cade Klubnik a lot. They really liked him. They traded up in the 4th round to get him, and even though he was hurt the last couple of weeks, it's not a major injury. He had some back stiffness. He'll be fine. It's really hard to develop 2 quarterbacks at the same time. And so that becomes a little bit of an issue. And like, what happens if you have him in your building for a year and it's just not working out? Do you have to go back next year and reinvest in another quarterback pick? So it's a fascinating subject. I mean, it's something we'll be talking about for a few weeks because there's so many tentacles to it, and when you have a team like the Jets or the Cardinals that are desperate for a long-term answer, it adds to the, to this juiciness, if that's a word, of the whole situation.
But you know what I would hate? I would hate for the Texans to get him. I would hate for the Eagles to get him. And then we watch them just make transition to transition from franchise quarterback to franchise quarterback. and then we're looking like, oh, well, we got to draft one, and we don't know. Like, I guess it also comes down, Rich, to realistically, like, I guess I know this is pretty early for this question, but what do you think? How many games do you think the Jets is going to win this year?
Well, when the schedule came out a few weeks ago, I picked 6-11.
So 6-11. 6-11 doesn't seem like top 5 picks for me. So that means that Arizona.
It does not.
That means that Miami. That means that you're not going to be able to address your quarterback position because you're going to be just good enough to be out of the premier quarterback Rolodex and
tier.
Yeah,
the tier. Like you could be on the outside looking in.
Right, and you have 3 first-round draft picks. You might as well have none because those teams won't trade. They don't care about those picks because they have their quarterback now, and that they're eyeing. Yeah. So now you find yourself on the outside looking in again. Like we didn't have a great year that we wanted to have, but now we still stuck in the same spot. So this may be your only chance to get a guy of this caliber. I understand that you like Cave Klubnik, but I feel like competition, and you make him fight it out because if he was in the draft, we all agree that he would go before Klubnik, correct?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, you're right.
So why do we care about Klubnik's development when we can possibly have a starter and not be developing a career-long backup? So with that being said, if you do address your quarterback position with a guy with a second-round draft pick, that means that you can go get a Jeremiah Smith first pick and pair him with Garrett Wilson potentially. And how amazing would that be? And then also, somebody else is going to need a player where you get to that third pick, the lowest pick that you have, and you may get your second-round draft pick back anyway because somebody's going to trade you their second-round draft pick to move back up to take your first-round draft pick, and you're going to swap first-round draft picks. So it is a scenario where you get your second-round draft pick. So essentially, if you get your second-round draft pick back and you move down a little bit in one of your later first-rounders, then you basically got them for nothing.
You make a great argument, Bart. I mean, it's that is a really, sound argument for why the Jets should be interested in Sorsby because he does have more upside than Klubnik. I'm not saying, I'm not equating the two. I think everyone would agree that Sorsby has more upside. He's got more tools, more physical, better arm for sure. So yeah, I mean that's a great argument. You could set yourself up for years and years and years with all those draft picks. You could parlay them into more picks like the Eagles do all the time. It seems like Howie Roseman is never running out of premium draft picks because he knows how to manage them and trade. I think ultimately my prediction is I bet you Sorsby goes to a team that is not desperate for a quarterback.
Yeah.
A team
and that's what I'm scared of. That's exactly what I'm scared of.
A team that could nurture him slowly and have no pressure to play and have him get acclimated. A team that has an established culture like the Eagles or the Seahawks or the Packers or maybe the Steelers, although they have some young quarterbacks they're trying to develop there. Somewhere like that is where I bet he ends up going. But I don't think it'll be to like the Cardinals or the Jets or the Browns.
But because you have Geno, you have the environment where if we're talking about changing the culture, you don't wait to change the culture. You go as if the culture is changing, right? So that means that you can bring him in, and he is under no pressure to play this year because Geno's there. Right, so he's
that's going to stop? You think that's going to stop fans and media from screaming they want Sorsby after the team is like 2-4 or something like that?
But that's where you show your level of maturity, understanding that you're protecting the kid. One, because he'll have no off season, right? He'll have no OTAs. He'll be behind, and this allows a guy. This is all why Doug Peterson is so important, right? Former quarterback, he's been a backup, so he knows how to maximize reps as a backup. Right. So this is the perfect storm. This is why you bring a guy like Doug Peterson in. He's a former quarterback, and he's a guy that's a quarterback whisperer. He should be able to develop multiple quarterbacks at the same time because you don't have how much development do you have to have for Geno? Geno should be at the master level now, where you want to coach him, but he is what he is.
Yeah. I think one of the key questions in this is going to be the teams finding out before the actual draft whether the player faces any sort of disciplinary action from the NFL because if he's facing like I'm throwing a number out, like an 8-game suspension, chances are he's not going to be allowed in the building. So that's usually the way it works with a drug suspension or a PED suspension. The player can't be at the building. You can for training camp, but once the regular season starts, you're not there. So that would be an extremely difficult situation. You wouldn't be able to have the player under your roof for 16 hours a day, having him attend meetings, go to whatever counseling sessions he might need to go, standing at practice. So that would be kind of a tough situation. I think teams would want to know that. That might be a key component to this whole decision.
But Rich, how can they hold him accountable for NFL rules when he wasn't in the NFL?
They changed the CBA a few years ago to include college infractions. I mean, Terrell Pryor, when he came in, he faced a suspension because of that whole memorabilia shenanigans at Ohio State. So, players who enter the NFL do fall under the jurisdiction of the personal conduct policy.
Okay.
Now, there was a recent case where a player, I think it was just this year, a much smaller case of a player coming in who had some gambling in his background that was not suspended or disciplined by the NFL. So perhaps that is a precedent whereby Sorsby would not be disciplined. So, again, you might be looking, and if he is, you're probably looking at another legal case. You're probably looking at a claim filed by his lawyers against the NFL to allow him to play. And I talked to someone, certainly not affiliated with the Jets, but someone who's very familiar with the situation, who just got the impression, I didn't know specifically, who just got the impression that the Jets, along with some other teams didn't want to deal with all the peripheral stuff that would come with this. Again, not a Jet person. I think some people took what I wrote yesterday and aggregated it as a Jet person. It was not a Jet person, just someone close to the situation who didn't think the Jets would want to put up with all the stuff, the hysteria and the circus stuff that might come along with this. So that's where we stand with that.
Rich Cimini joining us, ESPN NFL Nation, covers the Jets. One or two more for me, Rich. Just two things. Number one, what we saw in through OTAs, anything that really caught your eye. I'm not a big OTA guy. I'm not so-and-so went 7 of 9 in this drill. I don't care. But was there anything in particular that you think really opened the Jets' eyes about any of their newcomers or anyone in particular?
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I'm not a huge OTA guy. As Bart knows, they're just running around with their helmets on and some shorts and T-shirts. So hard to evaluate the lineman. I think the one thing that jumped out at me, and he was my surprise player, I had him in today's ESPN most surprising player, is A.D. Mitchell, the wide receiver. They were really happy. They knew he would take a leap this year just by being around the team and having a full off season, but I think he exceeded their expectations. So I think you're looking at a guy who's firmly locked in as your number 2 wide receiver. Looked really good. He had some good chemistry with Geno Smith. The guy who really jumped out at me was Omar Cooper Jr. Got a lot of reps this spring. He just looks like a veteran. Just looks like he knows what he's doing. Good route runner. Saw him involved a lot with Geno Smith. So I think that was a real positive that jumped out at me. Just the experience on defense. And, you look out at the defense and you see a Demario Davis out there. You see a Minkah Fitzpatrick on the back end. So that's 2 really experienced players that they did not have last year. And I think that will help them immeasurably just in terms of avoiding mental breakdowns, getting everyone on the same page, no blown coverages, which happened so often last year. So those were and Geno threw the ball well. I mean, we know what he is. He throws a pretty ball. He's got some arm talent. The thing you don't know with him is, like, once the season starts, he throws interceptions. I mean, that's been his track record. He's done that for a few years, but he'll also make some big plays for you.
Yeah.
So that's a component they didn't have last year with Justin Fields because he was basically afraid to throw the ball down the field. So I think you'll have that element with Geno Smith.
Well, hopefully we get the good Geno because he's not being coached by Chip Kelly, who I don't think should ever be coaching offenses in the league anymore. And the fact that Geno couldn't put his back foot in the ground probably had a lot to do with the turnovers, scared straight, so to speak. But I guess, for me, what I'm curious about what you saw is how much Tiger or 12 personnel did you really see? Because even though Sadiq isn't there, and that's who a lot of us are more excited to see because of the mismatch of what the tight end presents. When they get to training camp, how legitimate is this competition between Mason Taylor and Sadiq when you talk about who's going to be the number one guy? It's not like Mason Taylor comes in with a lot of experience where he can say, oh, I'm the vet, and, Rook, you got to wait your turn.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll have a quote-unquote number one guy. I mean, each of the three guys, and let's not forget about Rucker because he saw a lot of time this spring, more of the blocking type guy.
Right.
Yes, I do believe there will be more 12 personnel this year. There has to be. I mean, Sadiq, and we haven't seen him do anything because, of course, the hernia surgery, but he'll be back for the start of training camp. Everybody I've talked to says he's just a really special player in terms of the explosiveness, the type of speed. He reminds me a lot physical, just like a physical stature of Dustin Keller.
Yeah,
that kind of guy. Not the biggest guy in the world. He's about 6'3", so not the biggest tight end, but just a really good athlete. And I think he'll bring that element to the offense. So absolutely, Frank Reich really got on the table for this guy in the draft. So I think he has a plan to use Sadiq and Taylor at the same time. So you're going to definitely see more 12 personnel. The Jets were not a big 12 personnel team last year, but I do think you'll see a significant uptick in that this year.
Okay, last one for me, Rich, is just Aaron Glenn into year two. How do we expect this to evolve? We all know that year one for a coach is never easy, but do we expect a major jump in Aaron Glenn this year?
Well, he certainly seems more relaxed, and I can only go by how he handles the media. And I know
because he came out with that edge last year for sure.
Oh yeah, that edge was sharp and shiny last year. I mean, he definitely flashed that edge. I think it faded toward the end of the year. He's probably humbled by getting his butt kicked for the last 4 or 5 weeks in a row, which sets some sort of historic mark there. But, he claims that he did a lot of self-evaluation in the offseason. He's acknowledged that he had some shortcomings last year. He said he's addressed those. He's working on those. I think he solicits a lot of input from people he knows in the business, the Sean Paytons, the Bill Parcellses, even going way back to Al Groh he keeps in contact with. So I think he's always trying to better himself. Now the question is, can he do it? I mean, the pressure's on this year. I mean, there's no question about it. He's got to be better than he was last year. Otherwise, he won't be around the following year. So, the players like him a lot. They swear by him. Even last year, amid all the gloom and doom, I never heard any player, even off the record, say anything like, what the hell is this guy doing? I never heard that. So I think the players respect him. But we know it's a bottom-line business. You got to win games, and you can't get blown out every week like you did last year. So we'll see. I mean, I think it's a big question, and certainly the quarterback and coach are two of the biggest questions on this team going into the season.
Does Doug Peterson give him the ability to just also add the defense coordinator to – I'm sorry, Frank Reich. I'm sorry.
Frank Reich.
I don't know why I keep saying Doug Peterson. I have no idea why.
Long time backup in the NFL.
Yeah.
Both of them.
But does Frank give him the ability to kind of just lean into being a defensive coordinator, so to speak, or how much of his role is still going to be, head coach and defensive coordinator, opposed to just kind of, Frank, you go over here and help us out on the offense. I handle the defense. We feel good about the special teams because that's one of the best units that we had in the NFL. And kind of like, three generals kind of, leading the team into battle.
Well, that's not the way the Jets want it perceived. Glenn insists that he is still the head coach of the team, and he coaches all areas of the team. However, we do know he's going to be wearing two hats now. According to Frank Reich and other players, Glenn's, he was with the offense at parts this offseason. I watched him in practice, the beginning part of practice when it was individual and positional stuff. He moved around to all areas of the field, checking out different things. But when they got into the competitive periods, your 7-on-7s and your 11-on-11s, he was with the defense, with the radio, calling in the plays to the Mike linebacker. So I think that's what we're going to see this year. I think you're going to see their defensive coordinator, Brian Duker, running a lot of the meetings and doing a lot of that, that sort of stuff. But when it comes down to calling the plays and essentially setting the course for the defense, it'll be Aaron Glenn's. So he's going to be wearing two hats. And that's another question that you bring up. So he wore one hat last year, and it didn't go so great. So now he's wearing two hats, and I think that'll be a transition for him as well. But I think he has a tremendous amount of trust in Frank Reich, which is one of the reasons why he hired him, just because he's done it for so long as a head coach and a coordinator that he doesn't have to be worried about that. But make no mistake, Aaron Glenn wants everyone to know that he is still in charge of everything, even though he'll be leaning a little more on the defense.
I guess I got one last thing, and what I'm really curious about is last year, they went in and they've been looking to try and find the great Andre Cisco, right? The one that was in Jacksonville that performed at a high level. With the addition of Minkah Fitzpatrick, does this push Cisco closer to the line of scrimmage, maybe more of a rover / linebacker for these type of teams that they're going to play that has two tight ends?
Yeah, I actually could see them use – I think Minkah Fitzpatrick is the guy who's going to be moving around. I think he's going to be the chess piece. He's articulated that, how much he likes that role. He lined up in the slot a lot last year. Paul.
Right.
If you look at for Miami, he was – I could see some three safety looks this year, some big nickel looks. I don't know who the third guy in would. It could be Malachi Moore. It could be Dane Belton, the guy they got from the Giants. So I think you're going to see Minkah moving around. I don't think Minkah is going to be that pure, single post
He's
safety.
Kyle Hamilton for them. He's going to be Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah. I think he likes that. He likes being the chess piece, moving around. Now, maybe that has affected his interception production over the years, because we know it's dropped off pretty dramatically the last couple of years. Maybe that explains it, because he might be covering people in the slot as opposed to playing like a pure center field role. But I think there will be a lot of moving parts on defense, and that even goes for the front seven as well. They are moving guys around. It's going to be a hybrid look. It's not your traditional 3-4. I was trying to follow it and keep track in OTAs and minicamp, and it's hard because they have guys who play multiple positions. Joseph Asai and Kingsley Anambare, they can be down, they can be up, they could be inside, they can be outside. So they have a lot of flexibility on defense, which I think should benefit them.
Rich, great stuff. We'll definitely talk a lot more in the coming weeks. Enjoy the off season of the next month and a half or so.
I shall. Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure.
Rich Cimini, ESPN, NFL Nation, Flight Deck, and the Jets Collective, the two shows that he does. Jets Collective he does with Jake and with Brandon Tierney, and also, of course, covers the Jets for us on ESPN New York. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. There's a couple of little sound bites you're going to want to hear in relation to the Celtics, the Heat, Giannis, and where the Knicks fit in. That's on the way in moments on ESPN New York.
Monday with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. As the focus shifts to baseball in New York, what move do the Yankees have to make to stay atop the American League? And are the Mets too far gone to salvage their season? Don Hahn and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
The world
World's Game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payouts so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pregame, straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the World's Game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
This Father's Day, put the focus on Dad's happy place, his garage. Shop more ways to organize, more ways to build, and more ways to spend time together with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him a rolling toolbox or a wall-mounted organizer to keep it all in place. Or save on power tools like the Ryobi 2-tool driver drill combo kit for just $99. Make Father's Day about building something together with a little help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
All right, here we go. July 16th through the 19th. It is the biggest weekend in sports, taking over New York City. Fanatics Fest NYC puts you at the center of it all. The world's #1 sports fan festival returns to the Javits Center with 500-plus athletes, celebrities, sports legends, all under one roof. Get closer than ever with autographs and photo ops, live panels and podcasts, exclusive merch drops, the tailgate zone, rare collectibles, and nonstop action across every major league. For a chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN New York app, find the contest tile to submit your entry. I honestly do, as much as I won't sit here and proclaim myself to be a massive Knicks fan. I got caught up in this, and I am very curious. I got my eye on a little something. I don't know what it's going to run, but I'll certainly look into it. Autographed OG picture of the tip-in.
Why don't you just ask Monica McNutt?
I'm not going to ask anybody else to do that for me. I don't ask them to do that.
Go play $500 for an autograph. What Brunson's at $2 billion?
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to cost. I'm not a guy.
Today's price is not yesterday's price.
I understand. I am not somebody that has spent a ton of money on memorabilia before, but in certain circumstances, I have done it for one or two specific things that I want. That's all. I'm happy to do it.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what song that is. You continuing to sing whatever it is does not clarify what it is.
That's what friends are for.
No, I would not do that to my friends. I would not ask my friends. The only time I would ever ask my friends to get something autographed would be for a charity auction.
I will be your side.
You're not even close on the words.
Yes, I do.
I'll be on your side, not I will be your side.
That's what Hahn is for.
I would not do that to Hahn. Hahn, can you get this autograph? Like I had guys who would do that too, and I
say, hey man, can you get this signed for me, man? I give you $200.
Like I did minor league baseball.
I gave $200.
No, I did minor league baseball, and there was this guy who was on the staff at the time that whenever we would go, like a coach on the coaching staff, that whenever we would go and play like a team that had a number one pick, it was one of those leagues. That he'd say, hey, see if you can get a couple of these pearls, baseballs, autographed for me. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I'm just saying, brother.
No, absolutely not.
Well, Hahn, if I want something signed, I'm calling Hahn.
Well, that's you.
Just like if he wants something signed, you want a Lamar Jackson, holler at your boy, I got you. I did that for a little kid for his birthday. Like it was like, for instance,
I would ask you for that if I was doing something for charity.
That ain't charity. That was for somebody's mom.
I
mom
know.
trying to look like this. I got a Lamar Jackson sign for him. I got a Derrick Henry jersey sign for him.
You're a good man.
And I got a Zay Flowers.
You're a good man. And all I'm saying is I wouldn't put you in that circumstance because I respect you too much to do that.
I'm going to tell you, I don't respect you that much, Chris. If it's ever something I need, I'm going to ask you for it because that's what friends are supposed to do for each other.
I would do it.
What's the use of having friends? You can't get a hookup.
I understand.
I ain't saying like.
But there are people who are just schnurrs. The people who will ask anybody for anything anytime. They will ask anybody for anything at any time.
Can I ask you a question?
And have no shame in doing it.
Can I ask you a question?
I had somebody ask me for tickets one time.
That's different. That costs you money.
Let me finish. I had somebody ask me for tickets one time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I said, sure, I'll get them for you, he said, where are the seats? You know where the seats are? In the free section, you son of a gun.
See, that's different. That's different.
I had somebody ask me that about, like, high-level game tickets. Where are the seats? They are not coming out of your pocket. That's where they are.
But that's different, though, Chris. Like, how many times have you asked
my point
Hahn
is
or Monica for anything?
I've never asked them for anything, and I never would.
Okay.
Because I don't do that. That's just me.
Well, dish out 2 G's for Jalen Brunson and Cat.
I'm not doing that
OG.
either. I said I had my eye on it, and I didn't know how much it would cost. I didn't say I was definitively doing it.
Because, like, a picture is $900, right?
There were reports about what pictures would cost about different guys, but none of that's confirmed. None of that's confirmed.
I'm just saying, brother. All right, man.
Listen. All I'm saying is the autographed picture of OG with tip in is something that I would want to have in my office.
See, if I was you, I would have a painting made of it and have him sign the painting.
Okay, I don't have your kind of money,
brother. You can take that picture and go give it to the dude that be doing stuff, painting stuff for tourists, and have him sketch you.
Yeah, honestly, I could just have AI do it.
Right, exactly.
AI, please make a portrait of this out of making it look like it was painted.
Exactly.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. We will get to that soundbite that I referenced here momentarily that you're going to want to hear because Giannis is getting moved in the next day or so. The question is just where. Hey, soccer fans, Bart and I, this coming Thursday, June 25th. Yep, Thursday.
Is it an American game at least?
It is not.
Oh.
We have a watch party. It is presented by Rothenberg Pilsner. We got the match between Germany and Ecuador at the Hoboken Beer Garden in Hoboken, New Jersey, starting at 4 o'clock. Enjoy Pilsner perfection since 1872 from the first German Pilsner. Come out, grab a cold Rothenberger, and join the energy with ESPN New York. That's Bart and me, live, Hoboken Beer Garden, Thursday, June 25th, 4 p.m., brought to you by Rothenberg Pilsner.
It's summertime, so why are you still living with pain? If you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or nerve pain, don't wait any longer. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no long recovery, no relying on pain medication. Just non-surgical image-guided treatments that help you get your life back. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances are accepted. Help is close. Go to SandwellPain.com. Feel better this summer, not someday.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
June 27th, Brooklyn. Two undefeated forces collide at Barclays Center. Jaren Boots Ennis, Xander Zayas for the unified WBO and WBA World Super Welterweight titles. This is the pursuit of greatness. Final tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn? Paycheck after paycheck. And you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite Back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
The best record in the American League. I don't know what more you want. How much better can they be? Without the greatest player in the American League, they don't have him. Without a really dominant DH, Stanton, they don't have him. Without the second best pitcher on their staff, Max Fried, they don't have him. And you're still criticizing Boone. I don't get it.
The Michael Kay Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Smalls here. If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds can turn into sinus infections that last weeks, ruining your perfect vacation getaway. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy, it's stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy at home. It includes prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home, or on the road, you have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, and no pharmacy lines. Also, no copays. Match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor. Start meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs a medical emergency kit, so order yours online in minutes. It's shipped right to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Soccer fans, join Bart and Carlin for a watch party presented by Rothenberg Pilsner Thursday, June 25th. Watch the match between Germany and Ecuador at the Hoboken Beer Garden in Hoboken, New Jersey, starting at 4 p.m. Enjoy Pilsner perfection since 1872 from the first German Pilsner. Come out, grab a cold Rothenberger, and join the energy with ESPN New York. That's Bart and Carlin live at the Hoboken Beer Garden Thursday, June 25th. Brought to you by Rothenberg Pilsner. So according to Shams, Giannis is getting moved in the next day or so. Here is Shams Charania this morning on Get Up on the situation surrounding Giannis and when he gets moved and where he could potentially get moved to.
Greeny, sources tell me a trade and a resolution is coming for the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo before the NBA draft on Tuesday night. The Bucks are in serious conversations with two finalists, the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. Both teams are Giannis's preferred trade destinations, but both of these packages are different deals. The variance of these deals is dramatic. With Boston, it's Jaylen Brown-led package. It's around a veteran player, obviously a superstar caliber player. In Miami, it's a group of cost-controlled players, rookie-scale contracts, significant draft capital in that deal. And so I do want to make this clear, though. Whichever deal occurs, whether it's today or tomorrow, it is going to be a one-to-one deal. It's going to consist of Milwaukee and likely one of these two teams, and that's how it's going to be. There's no third team, fourth team in any construct right now. Now, the sides could leave this open. Remember, when Kevin Durant was traded a year ago in June, it ended up just being, it ended with those two teams, but it turned into 7 total teams by the end of the offseason. And so that could certainly happen here. But these have been intense negotiations. We know the Giannis situation is gone on for about 13 months now. The Bucks engaged in conversation at the deadline. They've been open for business since the draft combine in May. They've narrowed in on these two teams right now. Giannis, my understanding right now, he is ready to be traded, either Boston, either Miami, and we'll see what happens over the next 24 hours.
The only team I would even be considering if I'm Milwaukee, and I think I need to send out like an edible arrangement to Craig, is Jaylen Brown. It is nothing Tyler Hero-ish which gets a fan base excited. Bringing a champion, bringing a brand name like Jaylen Brown, I can walk away from Giannis and say, I will build around this guy. He's the type of player, two-way player that's going to set the tone. He's going to have the biggest – it's rare that you can get a guy that has made $60 million a year, was one of the first $60 million guys. NBA Finals MVP with a chip on his shoulder. Because how he's perceived, whether it's like him being the head of the union and all that type of stuff, whether it's the backlash that he gets from some of his statements, whether it's him going at Nike for trying to freeze them out and be silenced. If I can get a guy with a chip on his shoulder, with a resume in a bag like that, man, give me that all day. Because he's going and then build around him, just like people are trying to build around Luka Doncic. Build around that. And, let Bobby Portis walk away. Let all these older guys walk away. Start building around him. And I think even with him going there and losing Giannis, I still think the Bucks can be an 8th seed or 7th seed as early as next year with the ability to get better really, really fast.
Well, there's that, which we heard this morning first thing. But then there's this, also from this morning, Brian Windhorst on Get Up. And this is a little bit more difficult to understand about the Celtics and their approach with Brown.
The Celtics have, I believe, decided they just weren't good enough. It wasn't that Jason Tatum got hurt and they lost that series with Philly. I think the Celtics have taken a hard look in the mirror and they have decided we weren't going to beat the Knicks. All these people are like saying that the Knicks are, they want to say reasons why they didn't beat the Knicks. Not the Celtics. The Celtics are stone cold sober, think they're not as good as the Knicks. They're not sure they're going to be as good as the Pacers next year when they come back fully healthy, and they believe they need to upgrade their team. And I am now speculating that if Jaylen Brown doesn't get traded for Giannis, they may trade him somewhere else.
Ooh.
I tell you what.
Listen, when Wendy speculates, I listen.
You can have Jalen Duren. You can have him. I'll go with Cade in my backcourt, Cade Cunningham, and we keep Stu Beef.
And you have Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, I'll take.
See, if I'm the Celtics, there's no way. If I am trading Jaylen Brown, if I'm not getting Giannis back, there's no way I'm trading him anywhere else in the conference. Nowhere.
I'm just saying.
Nowhere.
I'm just saying, we'll take him.
I know you will.
Gladly.
I know you will.
What you want?
I would love to have Jaylen Brown.
You can have Karis LeVert. You can have Jalen Duren.
They're not going to trade him to Detroit.
You can have 15 different first-round draft picks. They're going to trade the man to – well, I guess that's –
They're not going to trade him to Detroit. They'll trade him to Milwaukee because they'll be getting Giannis. Duren is not Giannis. He's not.
Yeah, but –
He's not. You know this. You know that's not happening. You know.
But he's still all NBA. And how does he pair with Jason? I'm just saying any team should be out there. I don't understand why it's not teams out there. We'll see what happens with the Pistons if they're going to go with. I'm curious to what happens. I know the Mavericks are talking well, but I don't know if you can take a young coach and try and sell that to Kyrie Irving either.
I'll tell you what, the Mavericks, for those who
I don't know if you can sell that to Kyrie.
And hadn't heard, today Mavericks hired their new coach, and it's Dusty May from Michigan, who, 2.5 years ago was coaching Florida Atlantic, and now is the head coach of the Mavericks, won a national championship this year, but still.
What happened the last time Kyrie had a coach he didn't like? Got him out of there. So, now this is about Cooper Flagg. And if I'm Kyrie, I'm like,
it's not Kyrie's team, though.
Yeah, but I'm like, but Kyrie still, like Steph Curry, is that guy, regardless. He's still that guy.
You think Kyrie still has that juice?
Yes, he's still that guy. Still the best ball handler, shooter.
Oh, no.
He's playing. He's playing.
No. I'm not debating him as a player.
He could have came back last year.
I'm not debating him as a player. What I'm saying is, does he have the juice in Dallas? Where,
No, he don't. That's what I'm saying. That's why he may say, you know what, I understand.
I'm not saying you would have gotten Dusty May fired. I'm saying, you could have led the other guys in another direction.
What's his name, Majuri, the new general manager?
Messiah Ujiri,
right?
Yeah.
Ujiri,
the guy who's in Toronto.
I think he has enough respect to say, hey, to understand that, hey, if Kyrie says, no, I'm not with this new coach, this is not somebody that I want to play for, I think they'll grant him his wishes and let him go.
I just had an image of them trading Jaylen Brown to Dallas for Kyrie going back to Boston. I don't see that happening.
He'll never go back to Boston.
No, I don't think that's happening.
But the thing is, they hate, Kyrie, they know how divisive he can be if he's not happy.
Yes.
So you don't want a new rookie coach that I'm assuming you're going to give a 5-year deal to have to deal with a upset Kyrie, which Kyrie
can be an amazing leader in either direction.
Exactly. He can definitely split a locker room.
That's one thing I don't think people really get. I've had people, and you can tell me if I'm wrong here, okay? I've had, and not that I've ever spent considerable time inside of locker rooms when it's not media access, okay?
Yeah.
That some of the best leaders as people are the guys leading you in the wrong direction.
Oh, yeah. Manipulation and influence. It's like having a little devil on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We ain't doing that. And especially if you're a young guy, just think half the kids that come into this league look up to Kyrie. People think he's like Rod Woodson. He's like the sham guy. People love Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to do that to Kyrie. And first of all, Kyrie signed up to play with AD
and Luke.
And Luka.
Not AD, but Luka.
But he thought, even though when he's coming back, he thought, okay, it's going to be me, AD, and Cooper Flagg.
Yeah.
Where's my big man?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Where's the balance on his roster? So, in the West, Kyrie knows if he comes back to the East, if somebody make a move for him in the East, he's going to be certified and ready to go immediately.
I'll tell you, it is.
Kawhi, too. You got to rebuild with Kawhi.
The next 36 hours are going to be fascinating.
I hate that it's going to take 36 hours.
And it really all comes back to this. What is it going to look like with the Knicks if you're trying to repeat what in the next 2.5 weeks, going through July 1st when free agency starts?
Yeah.
What is the Eastern Conference going to look like? How different is it going to look when the Knicks are, in essence, going to be running it back?
If I'm OKC, I'm going to get Mitchell Robinson. One, because that gives me a Wemby stopper. Right, that gave me a big body to lean on Wemby. He couldn't get that rebound. He had Wemby pinned down. If I'm OKC, I'm going to get him, and I'm letting Hartenstein go and test the waters, and I'm going to give him the $20 million. Hartenstein's already making damn near $20 million a year. I'll just give it to Mitchell Robinson, and I'm good because now I got a big man to protect Chet, where Chet can basically be a 4 instead of a 5, and now I got Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, he's not going to play a lot, you know what I'm saying, but he's going to go out there, and when we go against Wemby, he's there for Wemby. He's there for other people. The guys with dominant centers.
The K-Ster is on his way next. He has got the Yankees. He has got it all covered for you. The very latest on Giannis, all of it. And then Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg later this afternoon. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Monday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. As the focus shifts to baseball in New York, what move do the Yankees have to make to stay atop the American League? And are the Mets too far gone to salvage their season? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
On the biggest stage in the world,